Yo, up. I guess yeah, how many? I'm 3 minutes late. 3 minutes late. Not too late today, but I'm 3 minutes late. What's up, everybody? It is your boy Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. As you know, fire is what we on. We're on fire. We just every night we just bring in new content every night. We not rerunning no content. We don't gotta go back. Well, I do have some things that I need to run back, like what I did with the J on Felony and highlight that part. So I have another few parts out of some interviews that I put out that I gotta run back, just a portion, just to let people know. But I'm back, Doggy Diamonds TV, doing what I do, setting the precedent, setting the standard for 2021 of content. I don't think nobody has put out more content than me in this year, So we not stopping, we not taking no breaks. We gonna keep going. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to everybody who gonna watch this on the playback. So yesterday, I'm on Twitter, talking Twitter shit like I normally do. And my homie Mad Slander was like, yo, I want to see an interview with Doggy Diamonds and Mickey Factz. I said, Mickey Factz? I rock with Mickey Factz. I like what he do. So Mickey Factz replies, I'm waiting on Mr. Diamonds. You waiting on me? You waiting on me? You ain't got to wait long. We can do this interview tomorrow. So he was like, let's go. Say no more. So without further ado, I bring him on the screen. We got Mickey Factz in the building.
It's Mickey, man. What's up, y'all?
What? Ain't that how it went?
That's literally how it went. Only thing that was a little different, though, I said King Diamonds.
Oh, King, yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So before we get into this spiel really quick, I want everybody to subscribe to Say What I Mean YouTube channel. You can see the banner on the screen. It's not going anywhere for this whole video. And the link is the first link in the description box. This is somebody who's trying to get their channel up, coming with that content. They talking everything, battle rap, everything to do with the culture. So let's help some more young black entrepreneurs with YouTube content creators do their thing. So we have Mickey Factz. Mickey Factz. Does Mickey come from where I think it come from?
Where's that? Not Brooklyn. I know you from Brooklyn. I'm not from Brooklyn.
No. Mickey Mouse. Does it have anything to do with
No.
Okay.
The name Mickey Factz comes from Natural Born Killers, Mickey and Mallory.
Oh, wow. So where does the facts come in at?
Facts was all I wanted to talk about. So, I decided that at some point, because I was going by the name Renegade, and that was more so following how hip hop was in the late 90s, early 2000s, being in the streets, and just kind of emulating what the people were rapping about at that time. And then when I realized it was like, yo, I'm not really being myself, that's when I changed my name to Mickey Factz. And I wanted to take Mickey from Mickey and Mallory, and Mallory would be hip hop for me. So Mickey loves Mallory, Mallory loves Mickey. And then Factz was all I wanted to talk about, but then I spelled it with a Z because I was into fashion at the time and still am. You know what I'm saying?
So you at one point was murder, death, kill, shoot 'em up, gang,
murder, death, killed. When I listen to that old stuff, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like from like 2000, actually from like 1998 to about 2005, murder, death, kill.
Who did you pattern yourself after? Who was popping that you was like, okay, this is what I want to do?
Coming up, we was watching Smack DVD, we was watching the Come Up DVDs, we was watching 50 Cent mixtapes. So it was a lot of it was Lloyd Banks, a lot of it was Cassidy, a lot of it was Joe Budden, a lot of it was Graf, a lot of it was Jay-Z. So everybody from the top to the bottom, you know what I'm saying? And I was just taking pieces from everybody, just rhyming ridiculous gun stuff that I shouldn't have been doing,
But why do you say that? Because you feel like it's not you, or it just wasn't where you wanted to go?
Well, first of all, it wasn't me.
Okay.
And
but nobody's gonna admit that though. You know that, right?
No, yeah.
So you're the first to ever admit the gun toting the shoot 'em up bang bang wasn't me. So I respect you for that.
Right. And but you know, the thing about it was, right, like when you watch movies, you can kind of get an understanding of what happens when, you know, people shoot guns and things of that nature. So in my mind as a young kid, it was like, okay, I understood that. But I remember when I was in the projects one day in Castle Hill in the Bronx, one of my boys was like, "Yo, you should do more drug rap." And I was like, I don't know nothing about drugs. And then he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna break it down for you." He started breaking down 36 and the O and all of these. And I said, I still don't get it. I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna rap about that. I'd rather just rap about these guns and what happens to people when you get shot. And then after a while, I remember the album that made me say I don't want to rap like this anymore was Common's B.
Mm.
When I heard that, I was like, okay, I don't need to rap like this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because even though Kanye had came out and he was doing his thing, it still was, you know, I didn't believe in it that tough until I heard Common's B. And then I was like, I could really rap differently. And that's when I started. Ever since that album, that's when I started rapping differently.
Is it a such thing? If it is, are you offended by the title? Is there such thing as nerd rap?
Yeah, there is a such thing as nerd rap. I'm not offended by that title at all. Nerd rappers make a lot of money.
what is nerd rap? Because what is nerd rap?
To me, I think nerd rap is anything that's not street rap. I think at this point and at this time in the game, like cats think, you know, street rap is hustling, busting your gun, being on the block, pimping, tons of women, right? Drugs. I incorporate that with hustling, but then you got to think about like nerd rap would be the opposite of that. So when 50 Cent and Kanye went at it in '08, he was calling that nerd slash hipster rap. And then it's like conscious rap. So
because I wanted to ask you, did nerd rap take over just why we don't call it conscious rap no more?
You know, I think the father of quote unquote nerd rap would probably be Lupe.
Got you.
And then because they tried to dub him as a conscious rapper, he refused that title. He was like, he knew a lot of stuff. He knew karate, he knew how to skateboard, he knew video games, he knew Japanese culture, he knew all of these different things, and he just put it all in his raps. And that was like nerd rap. It was like, oh, he's not only is he talking about this type of stuff, but he's also rapping at a high level. So they called it nerd rap. And then if everything else followed from that point forward, that was like 05, 06.
So he was offended by being called a conscious rapper?
Yeah, I think there was an issue with him with because they tried to compare him to Tribe Called Quest. I remember that. And he was like, nah, I didn't grow up on Tribe. I grew up on Nas. I grew up on was it MC8 or 8 Ball and MJG. He grew up on a different style of music. So it just so happens that he just knew about a whole bunch of other things that gangster rap wasn't about. So he decided he wanted to rap about that stuff. You know what I mean? So I think for me, I think nerd rap is anything that feels intelligent, quote unquote.
I like conscious better though. I miss conscious hip hop. I think KRS-One was somebody who was conscious but still might punch you in the face. Like I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes when we think nerd rap, we just think he's, you know, I automatically think the geek with the glasses, the pen, and, you know, giving them wedgies and noogies and stuff like that. But right. That don't fit you.
Nah, I mean, I'm from the Soundview section.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. So
you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I wore glasses because I was blind. You know what I'm saying? But even though I wore glasses because I was blind, I still like comics. I still like video games. But I still like sports. I still like rap. You know
still
what I'm
like
saying?
Chicks.
Like, I still like women, right? That was my thing coming up. So, you know, and I worked. I had a job at one point. You know, I went to school. You know,
I respect
and I incorporated all of that into my style and into who I am. And I think that's why people gravitated towards Mickey Factz as opposed to Renegade.
Renegade. I ain't gonna front. That shit sound like a wrestling name. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm glad you changed. I'm glad you changed from Renegade, cause
That shit was trash.
yeah, we get right. Cause I'm gonna just keep it tall with you, man. Renegade just sound like you supposed to just come. It was a wrestler named Renegade, as a matter of fact. He was a
That's
fake.
ridiculous.
He was a fake Ultimate Warrior too. Facts. No pun intended. But his name was the Renegade. He was a fake Ultimate Warrior.
That's crazy.
I used to be a big wrestling fanatic. You know, it's funny. When I think of nerd, I think of myself growing up. I was never a nerd, but I was intelligent, and you know, intelligence, you kind of get knocked in the black community for having intelligence crazily. You have to have some type of street intelligence and incorporated. But if you are intelligent, book smart and stuff, at one point that was frowned upon. And two of my favorite things that I loved growing up was wrestling and video games. And my family, my older cousins and my brothers and them got me out of that. Yo, you can't be sitting there watching this wrestling. You can't be playing them games. And the funny thing about that is that's two of the biggest genres in the world right now.
Yo, it's crazy.
Video games and wrestling.
You know, I think about that a lot too. Like, I think, you know, if Doggie Diamonds would have just stayed on video games, he'd probably be a multi-millionaire.
Facts. Instead of just a thousandaire. But
you a millionaire probably, man. Stop it, man.
I'm a millionaire in spirit. I'm a millionaire in integrity. You know, so you know, money. You know, there is no dollar amount. You know, but that's a whole nother subject. So getting back to you, what's your love for battle rap? Because you've been at mad events. You actually step in the ring. What is your love for battle rap?
I mean, I think it came from, that's just how I got into hip hop, you know, in terms of participating, right? Like, I came up, you know, I listened to Big Daddy Kane.
The greatest rapper of all time, I might add. That's my favorite rapper of all time.
He's in my top 5.
Okay.
He you know, I got into hip hop because of Ain't No Half Stepping. So
the greatest record of all. See, you just said two things. Look, you said my favorite rapper of all time, and then you said my favorite record of all time. But continue on. You're doing great right now. You're doing fantastic. Go ahead.
So, you know, after that, you know, it was like, all right, now I want to kind of participate in it. And this goes back to quote unquote the nerd stuff, right? I wanted, at the time when I was coming up, Family Matters was popping. So I got called Urkel in school. So the only way I was able to get friends was to recite. Well, I would take Bone Thugs and Harmony and I would write down their lyrics and recite it at school. And nobody could recite Bone Thugs back then. So when I was doing that, it was like, all right, bet. So then it was time for me to do my own stuff. So I jumped into a cypher one time with my rhyme book. First time ever rapping, letting anybody hear me rap. And they kicked me out the cypher. Homie scorched me. Her name is Fat Cat. I went to school with Remy Ma and Drag On, by the way, too. And, you know, I got scorched. And I almost quit at that point. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. And my man was like, nah, you got to just keep at it. You got a talent. So that after, you know, when summer school was done, I freestyled. I learned how to freestyle. I learned how to write and memorize. I came back the next year. I was the best in the school.
So you was the best. You was the best in the school with.
I was the best in the school
with Remy Ma and Drag On being there.
So yeah. So Drag had he didn't graduate. He just dropped out.
Got you.
In 1998, and then Remy Ma was there, and we were in school together. And it was me, her, and this other kid named Blackout. We were the 3 best in the school. And Remy didn't really battle too much, but I was battling. You know, I was battling from lunch table, school, lunchroom to lunchroom. I incited a riot during a battle, got suspended, came back. Principal put me on the loudspeaker to rap.
Was Drag On always nice?
Drag was always nice. Drag was always
What was
nice.
his rap name back then?
His rap name was Drag On.
Wow. And you was Renegade back then?
I was Renegade back then.
Yeah, I'm glad. See, you did a metamorphosis. I'm so proud of you. Did you graduate high school?
Yeah, I graduated high school, yeah.
I'm proud of that too. I didn't graduate. I was going up to school with guns and drinking beer outside of school. You know. I mean,
you probably went to school in the mid '80s, early '90s, high school.
High school, no. Early '90s. Yep.
Yeah, that was a tough time.
It was a little rough. Like my school, my high school was like 92, 93, 94. It was a little rough. It was a little rough, and
that's a lot of rough.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. You know, so once the dudes that I had beef with was standing outside and they was like this, I was like, we gonna go through the back door of the school, and I'm not coming back to school.
It was tough. But then I got into battling from that, you know, just going from school to school and then going into Harlem. You know what I'm saying? And when I went into Harlem, that's when I met everybody. I met Mook, I met Rex, I met Lux, you know, I met all of these guys and Clips.
What year was this? Was they battling at this time?
Yeah, this was like 01, 02, 2001, 2002, 2003. And then I was working after I graduated. I started working and I had my own first apartment at 19. So my first apartment was in Harlem. So I was in Harlem at the time. So I was able to go to Mass Cyphers and then I would battle cats, Shells on 42nd Street.
Wow.
Tried to battle Clips on 142nd. It just never happened. You know what I'm saying?
So you just kind of said Clips was shook. Just keep it real. Clips was shook or just didn't happen?
He tells the story differently. You know, I mean, he just didn't want to meet me on 142nd. You know, that's just what it was. But yeah, I mean, and that's where it came from, right? And then, you know, next thing you know, everybody just kind of ended up doing what we doing now, you know.
Who was the nicest back then out of all of them?
Rex.
You know what's funny, right? I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I kind of love that story because the battle rap world, we were introduced to Mook because he was on the Smack DVD, but on the street, everybody always say it was T-Rex was the nicest, one of the most undefeatedest, even though that's not a word, but he was because they said he was so young.
He was unbelievable.
He was already scraping mad people back then.
He was unbelievable. He was unbelievable, bro. Like all the stories that you hear about him, like, was very true.
Damn.
Like, he would go from block to block, airing everybody out, whole crews. Like it was, and it's a shame that there was no cameras to capture any of his old stuff back then. Like there was, because, you know, the cameras they had the big television
with the VCR
cameras.
Taping it. Yep,
exactly.
I had one.
You know, so, and the Mook thing, like, that happened because I think it was Mook was talking crazy. He wanted to battle Mills, and Smack needed a battle. He needed another battle, and it just so happens that Mills did the joint with Cy Castro, and then they set that thing up. But, you know, it could have been Rex, but Rex and Mills had battled like 4 or 5 times already.
Damn.
So it was like, it didn't make sense for them to go at it.
Historically, who won that Mook and Mills battle to you?
You know, Mills won because it was judged. Mills left with $5,000. So,
you know, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was judged. Mills left with $5,000, and, you know, that was it. It was nothing else to it. Like, I can't, as much as I want to say Mook won, because I do think he did, but that doesn't matter. Like, Mills left with the money.
Yeah.
You know, Mills left with the money.
So you're running around. You're living in Harlem. You're running around Harlem battle. Any notable battles for you back then?
Shells. Me and Shells went at it on 42nd.
You won?
It was close.
That ain't a definitive answer, bro. Did you win or lose?
I thought it was close. I mean, it was close, man. You know, I'm not gonna throw the homie under the bus. He might have a different story. I feel like this.
But what's your story? Did you win or lose?
I walked away feeling like I won.
Okay, that's
how I did. You know, I walked away feeling like I won at that time. I thought it was close though. You know, Shells was still. You know, he was a powerhouse back then.
Yes, Shells was Shells. Yeah.
You know, so I can't take that from him.
Got you.
Tried to set up the Clips joint, didn't go down. But really, it was just a bunch of. It wasn't. I didn't run into the heavy hitters. Shells was like maybe one of the few heavy hitters I ran into. There was a Detroit versus New York kind of thing. So I faced Quest McCody. I lost to Quest McCody. That was my first time ever rapping on stage, holding a microphone. So I was a little nervous. Quest got me out of there. So that was an L.
What was this? Was this a league or was this just a setup thing? What was this about?
This was like a setup thing. Like, it was like Detroit they were traveling to state, and they came to New York, and it was set up. Like, it was Gloria Velez hosted it and everything. And I tried to sweep it under the rug because nobody had heard of it. And then
the footage come out somewhere.
The footage came out. You know, when I started popping in 08, the footage came out on World Star. It was like Mickey Factz battling as Renegade before, you know, anybody knew who he was. You know,
Digital.
that's what they do.
That's what I love about stuff with this digital stuff, man. You definitely can't.
You can't avoid it.
Can't avoid it, man. If you said something, if you did something, it is a digital footprint of that. I love it for what I do. So, who else was on that card? You was New York. Quest McCody was Detroit. Who else notable was on there?
Swan, I think, was on that. It wasn't no Miles
No,
or X
okay,
Factor or Marv
okay.
One, and wasn't nobody from here like Mecca from who manages Busta Rhymes. He was a rapper at that time.
Mm,
He got to the finals and he took out a whole bunch of Detroit MCs. But again, this was the freestyle era.
got you.
So cats was coming. You had to be off the top of the head at this point.
Oh, so no writtens or
No writtens.
wow. How the fuck
So
they
that
gonna
was
tell you?
it was a
Yeah.
different era.
Yeah, different era. So, bring them up to speed. Smack URL starts, and you're at the events. Did you have the itch to get and start rapping and battle at that in the inception of it?
No, I didn't get that itch. I was at that time. I had my deal, and I was the only signed rapper showing up to them joints.
At one point, I remember you.
At one point, yeah, they were. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was one point when X Factor battled Tech Nine. They had that event was at Element. You know, down all the way downtown, like 2 blocks from Cat's Delicatessen, that club that was on the corner. That spot was empty. It was empty. It was nobody in there. It was, URL couldn't figure out how to get bodies into the building, and I was the only signed rapper in there.
At this point, you're signed to who?
Jive Records.
Jive Records.
And there was no such thing as MCs, like industry rappers going to events. That did not exist until Diddy came through.
Yeah, and you remember at one point the battle rappers used to say, "I ain't no battle rapper." Remember they used to say, "I ain't no battle rapper." Like it was a point to where they just would not admit that they was a battle rapper. Like that was just taboo to say I'm a battle rapper. So you trying to say when Diddy came for the Summer Madness, that's when it really jumped up.
That's when everybody came.
Well, wasn't Kevin Durant there prior to that though? Was it?
Kevin Durant showed up for Gnome. He showed up for Gnome 3 when Chilla battled DNA.
So that's still after.
Still after when Diddy. No, let me tell you, nobody wanted to come. Nobody wanted to come because at that point I was helping URL with some stuff right on the business end, and I was trying to get guys to come. Fred would come out, but I don't know if Fred was signed at the time.
No, yeah.
And aside from Fred and maybe Graf might have pulled up to a Summer Madness 1. But aside from that, nobody showed up. Nobody came out. It was taboo for the industry artists to come out, and it was taboo for battlers to say that they were battle rappers. They didn't want to do that. It just wasn't. And when I would go, like my friends would be like, "Why are you going? You need to stop going."
Because at one point the ladies started coming later, but it was a crazy sausage party at one point. After it was just when it started getting the people coming, it was all dudes. So eventually they get in the ring.
I did.
Versus was Daylight was first?
No, Danger Zone. Danger Zone was first. That was in Chicago.
See, I didn't know nothing about that. How did that go for you?
That was a 1-rounder. I feel like I took it. I mean, other people feel like he got it. It's debatable, Okay. But it was my first time, for 1-rounder.
Getting a rushed off of in this atmosphere.
Yes.
Got you.
It was a good one.
Then Daylight was next, or DNA was next?
Then Daylight was next.
Which you clearly won that. Everybody said you won.
Yeah.
Does Daylight play around too much?
Yeah, he plays around.
Was he serious that night though?
He claims that there was some business issues going on with King of the Dot. It took a lot for me to get on the platform, mostly because, there was a set price that I wanted and they didn't want to pay me that price. So he took a pay cut. And then, come to find out, the day of they had Diz and Hollow. So right before we were about to go on stage, he was like, "I'm not going on stage." I was like, "Come on, man, you got to go on stage, bro. Let's do this." And then
Wow.
he did what he did.
Yeah. Then you and you and DNA was going at it for years though, before y'all
Yeah,
finally battled. Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
a
yeah.
battle you wanted, or what was that about? Did you really have animosity towards him as a battle rapper, or you just wanted to battle him?
I never had no animosity towards him ever. There was
Mm.
never animosity towards him. It was always towards me. He felt that I he felt because I went in his inbox and was like, "Yo,
Pause.
pause."
Yeah, I don't know why. It just didn't sound right, but we just gonna pause it for at where go ahead.
And I was like, maybe you shouldn't rap about guns, bro.
Why? Because he said he got the machete. That when his hand was it that time?
Nah, this was like 2011, 2012. I was like, yo,
Got you.
maybe you shouldn't rap about guns.
Got you.
He was like, he didn't take it the right way, and then the Young Ill situation happened, and then from then on, I was like his mortal enemy. But I didn't have any ill will toward him. It was just, I just was a critiquer at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it always seemed like whenever I said something to say about him, it was, I guess he felt it was always bad. And he was just like, yo, he always wanted to face me.
And
So I
yeah,
just, I didn't think he was ready beforehand. And he'll admit to that. He was like, yo, if I would have faced Mickey any time before when we did, I would have lost
mm,
easily. He had to kind of find himself. And as you can see now, like, he's not rapping about guns now.
yeah. I mean, because he said he had clapped the machete. You remember that part? But
Yeah,
but when y'all battled, people felt like you lost.
yeah. People
Do
felt
you
like that.
admit defeat?
No.
Absolutely. He said, absolutely not. So,
I think it's close.
okay.
Honestly, I really do. I don't think it's a definitive win for either of us.
Got
You
you.
know, you got to remember, this is, first of all, that was my third time ever doing it in that environment,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the best version of him at that time ever. Like, and the reason why we were going at it, he didn't even bring up.
Mm,
Right? He never brought it up. I did.
mm,
Uh, I felt like his second round was incredible. Thought it was unbelievable. Thought it was unbelievable round.
mm.
But his third round, I felt like I would give that to me, and I would give me the first round as well. I think
Got
he
you.
gave me the first round as well.
Got you. So why we didn't see you since then? Like why didn't you go all in?
Well, I think for me, that was a bucket list thing for me,
Mm,
just to be in front of Smack.
okay.
That was a bucket list thing for me. I just wanted to do it one time. I never wanted to just claim that as a profession for myself.
Mm.
Um, but I enjoyed it.
Very
Every time.
feasible right now though. Very, very
Oh yeah, yeah,
feasible.
no, it's very lucrative. Very
Yeah.
lucrative for these guys.
Even
But
though a lot of them bum ass niggas don't know how to take it nowhere else, but that's a whole nother subject. I
yeah,
said
yeah,
that, you ain't say that.
yeah. I mean,
We only see them when it's an event.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
I think a lot of times these guys, they just. Now, there was one thing that Remy said that I'll never forget. Remy Ma, she said, rapping is only 15% of the job, and 85% is everything else.
mm-hmm.
And I didn't understand. I was like, what does this girl talk about? At that time, she was signed to Terror Squad. I was like, what is she talking about? She bugging out. But she was 100% right.
Mm.
And I've preached to these guys for years: blog more, do more interviews, talk more crazy, do music,
I don't think caffeine shows is the answer, but that's just my thing. I don't think that that's the answer.
you know what? I believe it's a reasonable answer, right? Like, I think if guys were smart, they would do the caffeine show, rip the footage, and then put it on their YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to. You just me personally. When I get content, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like. You're a rapper, right?
Right, right.
The best content I can ever get from you is you in the studio you picking beats,
Mm-hmm.
you writing, you creating songs. That is my favorite content. I always tell these artists, where is the creative process? That's what we love. We don't want to hear you talk. Rap, just rhyme, homie. Leave the talking for the talkers. Let the rappers rap. Now, it's cool to talk every now and again, but if you rap, yo, it's nothing like when we seen Fade to Black from Jay-Z, that was like, yo, we seen him in the booth. We seen him creating. This is something that we wanted to see. You know, even if you show how, you know, how you script the bars or the rap, like it's so much more that we can get from you as an artist. But when everybody just say, yo, I got a show, then it's like, well, why are we gonna watch your show? It's
Right.
10 shows. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't differentiate from what he's doing and she's doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like that. Some of them have great shows, but everybody doesn't need to do one. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
That's my opinion. Like some of it is just like, okay, you don't really have the personality for this, so why are you doing this?
Well, you know, they paying them.
Okay, I guess. I mean, you know, for me, I'm gonna be real with you. Money doesn't motivate me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna get money. Nobody can pay me to do something that I'm not good at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I always want to be my best at all times. Nobody can pay me and say, do this. And I'm like, but I don't know how. Well, this is the bag. Well, I'll do it. Nah, that's just not me. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think that, you know, you come from an era where you had to go out and get it, right? Like
Factz.
You had to go out and make it happen.
Factz.
So that would never be you, right? These guys were just battling.
Yeah.
And they had the fear of being caught at work. Some of them were
which is
Walmart.
Dumb as hell. That's another thing I don't like. On my platform, I don't job shame.
The culture job shames you because if you're, you know, it could be used as a quote unquote angle, right? And then the angle turns into this situation, and then it makes you look crazy, and it's something that stays with you for the rest of your life. You think about somebody like Arsenal, you know, driving a school bus.
But what's crazy, but it's cool for a dude to say he sold crack to his own mother, but it's bad for a dude to say I got a job. That's the sick, demented, twisted mind we have, and that's what we got to change in our culture, period. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with battle rap.
I agree with that. I mean, everything trickles down from the industry. Like I said previously, right? Like I rapped about that stuff. Yeah. I didn't do any of it. And I had a job. I was going to a law firm faithfully 5 days a week from 9:30 to 5:30.
So you was rich.
$20,000. I was making $20,000 a year in 2003, 2004. I was not rich. I was poor.
Yeah.
You know, so I had my own place, but that's because, you know, property value and money.
It was a different time.
Right. But at the end of the day, like if I was in that world and I was battling and then homie came out like, you work at a law firm, it would have been damaging. It'd be like, how you work at a law firm and you bust your gun? I should call a judge and get you arrested.
Because I will shoot you in your head and then get one of my lawyer friends to beat the case. That was simple.
Yeah, but
that was simple.
It wouldn't work that way.
Yeah, facts. I keep saying facts a lot, and that's your name. I'm starting to feel. So, all right. This is where we start the trouble at. This is the part of the interview where people might get angry because this is your opinion, but these things are so prominent in battle rap, and people really, really hold this near and dear. So I don't know if you wrote it down, but I never give people any prerequisite to anything I'm gonna ask them. But I did that for you for two reasons. I wanted you to be prepared. Number one, I need battle rap's Mount Rushmore. Who are these faces on this mountain right now, in your opinion?
Mook, Lux, Verb, Rex.
Mook, Lux, Verb, Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't really complain. I can't Mook, Lux, Verb, Rex. All right. Yep. Now this is where it gets tricky. I think people, you know, well, did Verb creep on that list?
I think Verb has been there for me since about 2015, 2016. he brought in a whole region of MCs from a different place that we didn't think could rap at all.
You know what's funny, right? Math Hoffa was mad at me for years. Well, he's always fucking mad for some reason or whatever. But he was mad at me when he battled Verb, and I said he lost the Verb.
I agree.
And he was, how you say I lost the Verb? Yo, because we don't know this dude in the town. He's from St. Louis. And yo, he shocked the hell out of me. I thought I knew what you was gonna do. I didn't know he was gonna do that. So, I thought that element of surprise was just like, yo, hold on, homie, nice. And this is when he had the waves and all that. I just didn't know who he was. I was like, a Verb, like what I didn't understand. But then, when he was on that run, especially like when I saw him versus Hollow, it was like, yo, dude is crazy. Yeah, dude is crazy. Him versus Hollow, him versus Hitman Holla, it's a lot of things. But then Verb had some tough losses though. He had some losses that was like, okay, what just happened there? Then he had some biases too. It was a bias against Verb, I believe. Somebody in the chat room said, put Tay Rock over Verb. What's your answer to that?
No, I wouldn't put Tay Rock there. No.
What about Arsenal?
Arsenal could be there. He could be. He's not there for me, but he could be there. I wouldn't argue Arsenal.
Would you take if you did put Arsenal, would Verb come off or somebody else would come off?
I would probably take Rex off. If I had to, I would take Rex off and put Arsenal there. Verb is permanent for me at this point. Verb is permanent.
So do you feel like Rex, the battle rapper towards the end, just is going out kind of sad?
I mean,
what do you think about that?
I just think he lost a little bit of his love. He's been doing this for 20 years. I mean, I don't think people really can grasp that, right? He's been doing this for 20 years. And at one point he was doing it every single day, and his name, and he was the man. He was the king of Harlem at one point. And then he came and he did 106. No, he didn't do 106 in Park. He did Fight Club. He did Smack. He did King of the Dot. He did URL. He did RBE. He did every single era that you could think of, man. So even if he's had a couple bad games, I can never take away what he's done. I don't care what he's done.
I would never, because I think, to me, Rex was the face of URL at one point. You know what I'm saying? He was the person that was that headliner. You knew when he was battling, it was about to be crazy. I don't care who he was battling. I just think that, it towards the end, because I'm always gonna have a lot of respect for Rex. Rex is a legend and what he did, but I just think if you don't want to fight, then don't fight. Don't go in there and let people beat you up. You know what I'm saying?
Agree. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. And maybe he wasn't in the right mental space to do certain things. At that time the team was falling apart. Rest in peace, Q Dot. He had passed. So it was a lot that was going on that he didn't probably address within himself, and that's probably why we got what we got.
But nobody cares though, right?
No,
if you just got paid X amount of money, there's no excuses. I'm just gonna say that. Just don't battle. Yeah.
But I would have him on my Rushmore. I wouldn't have him in my top 10.
Got you. All right. This is where the trouble starts. Who is currently the top 10 battle rappers? And I want you, if you can, start from 10 and go to number 1. If you can.
From 10 to 1.
Who currently is battle rap?
I can't go from 1 to 10.
So if you want to go to who's number 1, you can do that. Whatever you want to do. Who is the number 1 battle rapper right now?
Chilla Jones.
Chilla Jones. Okay. Number 2.
B Dot.
Number 3.
K-Shine.
Number 4.
This is where it gets difficult. I would say right now, Ill Will.
Number 5.
Number 5. I would say Lux.
Lux is number 5 right now?
Number 5 right now.
Okay, number 6.
I would say Mook.
Number
Actually,
7.
I would put Mook 5 and then I would put Lux 6. Mook 5, Lux 6.
Number 7.
Number 7, I would have. This is tough. You was right. This is tough. Geechee.
Number 8.
Number 8, I would have DNA.
Number 9.
Number 9, I would have A-Ward.
And number 10, rounding off your top 10 list of current dopest battle rappers is who?
10. Rum Nitty.
Rum Nitty. Okay. Now, that's your list. I'm cool with your list, but the only thing about your list that I want to know, where the hell is Danny Myers?
Where is he? I mean, maybe he should be
Danny Myers a top 10. What the hell is going on?
I mean, why? I mean, it's my list. I mean,
no, I'm not. You're
like,
right. You are right. I'll be quiet.
You know, he did well in his last 2, right? But before that, it wasn't too icy. Like I mean, I see people in the chat saying that, but I mean, I'm, you know, that's my guy. Like I rock with him, but I don't have him in my personal top 10. I think that's the thing. Like my 10 is different from your 10, which is different from everybody's in theirs 10. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think people will wonder, where is Tay Rock at? Where is Danny Myers? Where's Goods? You had Geechee in there, but
Goods. Yeah, Goods. Well, he popped out once last year, right? Well, so did Lux, so did Mook. You're right. But this is the reason why this is tough, right? I would have to then reshuffle, right? But then it's like, what am I basing this on? You know, it's a lot that goes into it.
Right now, who is killing? And I can't really say that right now Lux and Mook is killing, because they arguably both have losses to Verb.
The Verb for Mook was 2017.
So what was Mook last showing?
Rock. That thing went viral.
Yeah, I mean that Mook was on top of his game for that one.
He went crazy.
No, he went, but
Surf is a newscaster right now.
You said Surf?
Yes, man. That's what. Come on.
Why you do that, man?
Come on. That's what Lux did.
Come on, man.
What are we talking about right now? You want me to turn? I'm trying not to turn up.
I need that. So you saying
not to turn up?
No, I need that turn up. So you trying to say that Surf Lux turned Surf into a newscaster, but Rock didn't. Rock did great with Daylight. You know what I'm saying? I can't say.
Rock was incredible with Daylight. Incredible. I thought he was unbelievable with Daylight.
But I thought Danny Myers might have had one of the greatest performances in a long time his last battle.
Against who? Arsenal?
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it was one of his best. I wouldn't say it's one of his best.
And what was the battle before that?
The drugs battle was he was really good.
But he went retarded. Really no, but he went stupid on like
his drugs battle. He had that one round which was good. And I never texted Danny. I texted him and I was like, that was that was incredible. That was incredible. But I don't know if that was enough for me to put him in my personal top 10. Okay. I can't negate him, you know, losing to Ill Will. I can't negate him losing to what's his name? Jerry West. I can't negate him losing to Franchise. I can't negate him losing to what's homie's name? Holmesy. Like these, like, what are we doing here? Like that's
see, all right, but the Holmesy, we gotta be careful with those though. Judge battles, I'm gonna be real with you. We have to be careful with those, because if we're gonna be honest, I love him. That's the homie, the big homie. But Method Man kind of really.
When it comes
Come
to
on, man.
judges,
Yeah.
whatever the judges say, I'm going with.
Okay.
I can't go against what the judges say because it's finality.
Okay.
I
Yeah, you
like
right.
finality,
You right.
right? And I see somebody. So I'm looking in the chat right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Right, and somebody said no daylight. Daylight is retired. Like he's not unless this Lux thing happens, which I don't think is gonna happen. Like I can't put him in there only because I don't think he's coming back from when I speak to him. I
But
really
we
can't
can.
see.
We don't know what the hell Daylight going to do. I don't even think Daylight know what he going to do from 1 minute
I
to.
mean, Punch right now. Punch is setting it up to where if I wouldn't come back if I was him.
Got
It's
you.
no. It doesn't make sense to. Punch is about to alley oop him out of here. Like it's like why,
Got
right?
you.
Like in my mind personally, and from when I speak to him, I can't see that return. That's the only reason why I put Daylight there. If he was coming back, I would have had Daylight in that top 10. I could see Goods being in there as well, but Goods, he only took that one joint. I don't know if that was I don't know if it was strong enough, to make it into my 10. I'm not sure. I like the after effect. I like after effects of what happens after a battle.
Got you.
So the surf thing, the Rock situation with Mook, Chilla Jones, the after effect, he's champion of the year. K Shine, right? Like these are, B Dot, who's incredible. I think he's unbelievable, right? Like that's
Yes.
just, um, I mean, that's just my opinion,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I could be wrong.
But,
Everybody's list is
all
not
right.
going to
They're
be
not. They're
great.
not. They're not. The one thing that they just want to know is how did A Ward get there?
A Ward is unbelievable. Like A
Okay.
Ward, to me, he took about 15 battles last year.
Okay.
He took 15 battles. He barely lost any of them. Right? It's what is this? What's today? February?
It's the 15th. The day. This is Valentine's. This is side chick day.
He's battled 4 times already. Like, what are we talking about here? Y'all want to talk about this guy did 2 battles and he won all? Yeah, that's cool. This A Ward did 4 already this year. Every weekend this man is battling. And it's not. And I see people sometimes they say it's the level. It's the level of competition. It's not as high, but you can't deny talent. That's one thing you just can't deny. You cannot deny talent. We said the same thing about B Dot. He wasn't facing tough talent, and then when he finally showed up and faced tough talent, everybody loved B Dot.
I like B Dot from the gate. Pause.
B Dot is crazy.
Yeah. Once he I think B Dot once he found his own lane, and you couldn't really call him a fake Lux no more because it was his own thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like his own thing. Champion of the year, do you agree?
Yes.
If you didn't give it, if Chilla didn't get it, who should have gotten it?
B Dot.
Did you think B Dot lost it because he lost to Chilla?
Absolutely.
Do you think he lost to Chilla because he lost or because he said he lost?
I believe it because he lost.
Okay.
I thought he lost.
Should he not have said he lost?
Yes.
Okay. Who should where does Chilla Jones go from here?
Rock. Gnome. I would take Rock on Gnome. I would take Rock. Maybe a Verb.
Where does B Dot go from here?
Suge. Right?
I don't know. I don't know if I really want to see that.
Why not?
I
you think it's gonna be a walkthrough?
I mean, I kind of think I know what Suge is gonna give us. It's really the same, all the time. It's, not that the lines is whack, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think it would be interesting to see how B Dot faces somebody like that.
Well, yeah, a bully. I would. I like Chilla. Actually, what I respect about Chilla Jones, he went from being called one of the most boring dudes to being almost one of the most entertaining. Now, how the hell do you do that?
Marketing.
Yeah. So you still say he's boring?
I don't think he was ever boring. He's doing the same stuff.
He was a snooze fest.
No,
I ain't gonna front.
he was he
Chilla
wasn't
Jones was boring. I used to, when Chilla
bruh.
Jones used to rap, it wasn't the lyric. I never said he couldn't rap. But when Chilla Jones used to rap, I ain't gonna front. I used to go do the dishes. I used to put the clothes in the dryer. I used to just do everything else because I'm like, yo, this is a snooze fest. But he can rap. Now, it never was the lyrics.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Doggy.
Let's
Right?
go.
So like, was it the pacing? Was it the aggression?
It's the
What was
performance.
it that
It's the
the
performance.
performance?
The performance.
I feel like what is he doing now that's different from like now it's more right? That's all he's doing. Like that's the separation.
Yeah,
No?
but he's a little bit more. I can see a
Confident.
different That's the word. I can see the Chilla Jones saying that, yo, you can't beat me because you don't rap better than me.
Yeah, I mean Chilla, you know, to me, I think his pacing got a little bit quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of agree with the performance. It's a little bit more. He's definitely more confident. I can't say a little bit more.
It's almost cocky now. Pause. But so that's what I like. It's almost a cockiness that he's like, yo, you can't rap better than me. And I used to see him rap, right? And now it's the arrogance is what I like. It's almost like a Goods arrogance. Like Goods arrogance really wins
the battles.
the battles. Not saying that because the bars be dope, but it's his arrogance. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I seen Chilla incorporate that. Where does K-Shine go from here?
I think he went easy to block. That's what I'm seeing. Right? He wants easy to block captain. For me, I like to look at everything like an end goal, right? What is his end goal? Is it Hollow? Because he doesn't want to battle anybody from Harlem anymore. So his end goal has to probably be Hollow, right? But aside from Hollow,
I don't want to see Hollow in K-Shine. The styles don't.
But who would be his last stop on the train?
Does he have a last stop on the train though?
I think Hollow is the last stop on the train for K-Shine.
And then
who else is there? Who else is there for him?
I think they got us. You know what it is? I think with the battle rap crews, I think that we got cheated out of. What do you think about battle rap crews?
If guys have faced each other, it's okay. I wouldn't be mad at K-Shine and Diz, actually. No, I think
and who?
Disaster.
Where though? URL or King of the Dot? Because you know that makes a difference.
URL.
I don't think Disaster is built for URL.
In this particular crowd.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In that setting, yes. Yeah. It'll be dope. But then when you look at what we thought Pat Stay was gonna be incredible.
Pat Stay wasn't prepared, man.
But why are you not prepared though?
I mean, that's what Pat Stay does. Pat Stay relies on freestyling. So he was trying to get Shine mad so he could rebuttal whatever he was doing, and it would have added to his performance. And he relied on that too much in the first round. So he only had one clean round, which was the second round. And the second round, to me, again, I'm a person that likes the after effect of a round or a battle.
I want to tell you,
Pat Stay, second round, he told him, "Why do you rap the way you rap?" And he drove home this point of him rapping like Twerk. Next round, Shine wasn't rapping like Twerk anymore.
So you do agree that he raps like Twerk?
I agreed that in that round I agreed in that first round he was rapping like Twerk. And then in the second round, he said, "Do I sound like Twerk now?" It's literally what he said.
Got you.
Literally what he said.
You know what's funny? I want to see the battle for Harlem supremacy. I want to see Mook and K-Shine.
Never will happen.
Why?
Harlem is not going to face each other anymore, man. It's not going to happen.
But Harlem already faced each other and gave us some classic battles.
I don't think it's going to happen anymore. I think Harlem is coming together from here on out now.
Come on. See, this is what I'm saying. Is this wrestling or battle rap?
It's wrestling.
Nah, I don't want wrestling though. I want to hear. I think.
But you came up loving wrestling.
Yeah, but when Paul Orndorff clotheslined Hulk Hogan, I was like, yo, what just happened? They flip on each other. Wrestlers are very disloyal, like battle rappers. Battle rappers are very disloyal. They will
Yeah.
they will be around each other, hang around each other, know each other business, then put it in a round. That's what I want to know. I think
Maybe twerk.
K-Shine,
Maybe
I think
twerk.
I don't want to see Twerk. But how he gonna rhyme against Twerk with Twerk style?
I don't know.
I think look,
I can't answer that.
I think Mook and K-Shine should get it on because Mook gotta avenge Rex.
Never will happen.
Nah, come on. What you got some behind the scenes scoop or something like that? What the hell is going on? What you mean it never happened?
It'll never happen, man. That's
If
just,
we
that's
if we
family.
if we push for that, but they listen, they kicked them out of that mall. They ain't family no more.
When it was up, it should have got booked when it was up. It's no longer up, Diamonds.
Nah,
it's
it
no
could happen,
longer
but
up.
it could happen. But it's us though. We the ones who should pump. We the one who got to gas the fights.
I mean, if it's gassed, even if it's gassed enough, one of them got to jump out the window, and the person that has to jump out the window is Mook, and he's not going to jump out the window, so it's not going to happen.
You think that's too much of a dangerous battle for Mook?
No, I don't think it's dangerous at all for Mook.
So you saying Murder Mook or Washon?
I didn't say he would wash him.
I want you on record because I don't like these politically correct media trained ass answers.
I'm not politically correct at all. I'm saying I would have Mook winning. I don't think Mook would lose at all. But I don't think he would wash him either. You know what I'm saying? I think Shine is unbelievably incredible, but I can't see Shine beating Mook. I just can't see it. This is too like what we saw with Rex and Shine. That would not happen with Mook. Mook takes this thing too seriously. But it would never happen. So it's
he ain't take it too serious against Verb.
Nah, he was trying to out-rap Verb. That was what he did with Verb. He was trying to out-rap him, and he accomplished that.
So hold up, I'm seeing a lot of Mook bias here. Like you just you.
I don't know if it's bias. It's just truth. You asked me earlier who won, Mills or Mook, and I said Mills. How's that bias?
But that's not the same dude. That's not the same sandwich. That's a whole different sandwich.
People have Verb beating Mook. I don't have Verb beating Mook.
So you gave it to it was 2-1 or what was it?
Yeah, I gave it to Mook 2-1.
Why? Because he rapped for 22 minutes.
I had Mook winning the second. I had Mook winning the second and the third round.
Okay. Who would you like to see get back in the ring that ain't been in the ring in a while? Who needs to come back? Who needs to come back?
That's a very good question. I think we need to see Lux again.
Okay.
I think we need to see Iron Solomon.
Okay.
I miss Iron Solomon.
Yes.
I think it's time.
Okay.
It's been a long time. I want to see Rum Nitty. We haven't seen him since Don Marino. So I want to see Rum again. Who else? I mean, pretty much everybody's back, right? Like,
Hitman Holler's not back. Conceded's not back.
I would love to see Hitman. I would love to see Hitman back. That's a great one, actually. Good call. Conceded, I would love to see Khan back as well.
Who would he battle though? Who would Conceded battle though? Like at this point in the game?
Rock.
Damn, Rock. It's like Rock gotta kill everybody. I don't know if I would like Rock and Conceded. I think.
Who would you? I mean, he don't want to face Rum on his return.
Is that too tough for him? That's why he don't want to do it.
I think that's what he's talking about. I think he's inadvertently saying that.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Got you.
He's saying like, I need a tune-up battle before I face Rum.
Rock is a tune-up now. Whoa, that's crazy.
In Conceded's mind, probably yes.
You might get your ass kicked all around fucking with Rock.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I'm talking about in Conceded's mind. When you watch him, when he's battling somebody, when they be rapping, he's gonna say the words with them.
I want to talk about the battle rapper who had the most potential and really, really blew their potential. I was really a big who you said?
Clean Paper?
Nah. My favorite battle rapper at one point was B Magic. Them punchlines was different. And I think he oversaturated himself for the money. And then that's when he started slipping. But I was there for him versus DNA. Incredible. Him versus Conceded. I watched that the other day. Like it's just so dope. You know what I'm saying?
He said,
It's
"Well,
just
popcorns and whoever in concession stand."
yo, incredible. But I just think, and I think Chess, they was gearing Chess up to be the heir to the URL, and I don't think he
I love chess.
yeah, but I don't think he was I don't know if he was ready for that. I think he was, that stage. Tell the people, what is that stage like when you hit that stage?
I mean, it's scary, man. I mean, if you've never been on a stage before and that's your first time, you get a lot of anxiety. And I think this is something that, you know, needs to be explored more, right? Just in that particular culture, from anxiety and mental health, right? Like you got to think these guys get insulted and berated
Nah,
on the
but they
court and
get
off the court.
but they get money though, so
What does that mean, bro?
But look though,
You say no. Let's analyze this.
This is them
right?
though, but this is their
No,
justification.
no. This is true.
Okay,
This
okay.
is their justification. They get paid to go through this, but I don't think people understand the mental toll that it takes for someone to write material that's never been heard before. You only get to perform it one time. This is the only entertainment genre aside from improv where you can go on a stage in front of thousands of people, perform this material one time that nobody has ever heard before. You're preparing for this for 6 weeks, no slips, no chokes, and you still might lose, and then get berated online for weeks, months, years. You can have a fantastic year, and then somebody will say, "But he lost to this person 3-4 years ago."
But you know what though? This is what you signed up for, right?
I can't totally agree with that. If
So
these guys was making residual income, I would say cool.
what is residual income?
Residual income would be if they get paid a royalty off of every battle that they've ever been in from the time that it started to now. Then I'll be like, okay.
So do you realize that some dudes got paid $50,000 for 9 minutes of their life?
And there's some dudes that got paid $500. Actually, there's some dudes that did it for free for 9 minutes of their life.
So, all right. So they got paid $50,000 for 9 minutes. People like Jay-Z don't even really get that unless he's doing a walkthrough. I don't understand.
Jay-Z gets $1 million to do whatever he wants to do.
No, I'm just saying all right, Jadakiss.
Okay, Jadakiss. Jadakiss, from what I know, Jadakiss gets 30, 40.
How many songs he has to do?
He has to do maybe an hour of work.
Okay, and these dudes is getting $50,000 for 9 minutes.
But he's reciting stuff that he's already did for the past 30 years.
But this is what you signed up for, though. You're a battle rapper. You went from look.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with
look,
you.
You went from the streets. You went from wanting this, and then when you get put in that big stage, you can't be like, yo, I want residuals and all that. No, you have to find a way to market and promote yourself. I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of these battle rappers physically look like shit. You know what I'm saying? They need to find a way to market themselves. Or if you just the big dude, market yourself as the big dude or whatever the case may be. Some of them need to learn how to dress. They need stylists or they need merch. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it.
Let me tell you. Let me give you something. I don't know if you know Bob Celestin. Do you know Bob Celestin?
I have no idea who that is.
That's my attorney. He helped start Uptown Records, and he's actually Murder Mook's attorney as well, and a couple other big time. He's 6ix9ine's attorney. He was XXX Tentacion attorney and Designer's attorney and Pop Smoke's attorney. So he's a famous music attorney.
A big guy.
So there's a thing, right, for musicians that's called a mechanical publishing royalty, where you get paid every time your lyrics are spoken or music is played on a YouTube channel.
Got you.
Or any streaming platform, right? So I have publishing. I get paid publishing for the things that I've written, and obviously on the title we're going to talk about ghostwriting. So I get publishing off of this, but there's a separate mechanical royalty, right? That people that are on YouTube can get money for. So if let's use Tay Rock versus Hollow the Dawn as an example, right? The seatbelt bar. viral bar. You can go on TikTok and type in Tay Rock seatbelt, and you'll see hundreds of videos of this, and it's gotten millions of views. He can get paid off of that because it's a mechanical publishing royalty. So there is a way for these guys to make residual income off of this stuff, right? Aside from just the publishing that they should get, it's a matter of figuring out the knowledge and not being ignorant on, you know, the side of just taking upfront money and not trying to get that back end money.
So that's URL's job to pay that every
I
time.
don't think no. It's not their job. It's the artist's job to get that done. And I'm doing some things behind the scenes to help these guys so they can get residual income from henceforth. Because I feel like this is the knowledge, right? That, you know, platforms such as yourself, this is a big platform. I feel like this is what these guys need in order to kind of feel secure in what it is that they do, so they could pass this money to the from generation to generation, right? And
shout out to Mickey Factz. He just fucked battle rap up. Battle rap is over, because when battle rap is over and there's no more battles, that's because Mickey Factz is behind the scenes trying to get they deserve but again, I think you are right. Education is key. And business education is more key.
More key. I agree with you on that too.
And I respect it, and I think them guys deserve. Again, it is a lot of work. I by no means did I want to come off like I minimize anything that they're doing. I can't. Well, I have a different type memory, but I just can't picture going in front of somebody saying the same rhymes, you know, that I have to remember, because the stumble could come from
anywhere.
You stepped, and then you got some battle rappers who got this bum ass tactic of talking between your round. I can't stand that. Like, when the person is rapping, just shut up. Stop trying to throw them off their game. I do not like that. When battle rappers do that and they talking through people rounds, I'm like, yo, come on, man. That's just very tasteless. Where does T-Top go from here?
I love him. I think. I mean, I don't see why he can't just do the swamp thing, man. What's
this
up with
nigga scared. Thing? Nah.
This nigga scared.
Yo,
I wouldn't be mad at T-Top and Chilla.
I think that because they both talk. But it's a different conversation. But I think Chilla would really have a nice scheme for him that, you know, but what I don't like about when people battle, this is what I don't like about certain battles. I don't like when people battle somebody and use the same angle that somebody just used. Like, come on, we heard that already. You understand what I'm saying? So if you battle T-Top and you talk about how he sold crack to his moms, we heard that already. Come with something different. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot to put on these guys, man. New, fresh material. You know how difficult that is, man.
But this is when you are intelligent. Let me explain something to you. When you are intelligent, nothing is difficult.
The
art of writing is intelligence and outsmarting a person, straight up and down.
I concede. I used to say this a lot on Twitter. There are 1.1 million words in the English language, and I think battle rap uses about 1%.
Exactly. So, who is the most scariest up and coming battle rapper right now?
I would say Kid Chaos, man.
Over Easy.
I think Easy has the most promise. Easy has the most promise, but in terms of scary, Kid Chaos is spooky. Him and Sick are spooky. I'm scared of them.
Who would Easy is on a cloud. You know, you battled T-Top. You had a good showing. You beat shit down Cortez leg. You know what I'm saying? Who would it take to humble Easy right now?
I was gonna say Twerk, but I think Twerk did that already. Right now, Rock could possibly do it.
Shine. might be tough,
Sean,
but it might be tough that that might, because they both talk and
Sean,
Rock
Sean,
talk.
Sean could, Sean potentially could hurt him. B-Dot could potentially hurt him too. There's a couple guys that could hurt him, but I feel like the trajectory that he's on right now, he got Calico. I think he might have Calico next. And that's a very good match, man. It's a very good match. It's a profile builder for Easy. His rise is going to be something.
Yeah, because he's getting the names early. Like he was doing all these little miscellaneous leagues, but then when he's on URL, he's getting the names that he needs to. Do you want to see Head Ice back on URL?
I would.
Long pause though, bro. Long. That was
because I'm thinking about my second round with DNA.
Okay.
That's the reason why he's not on URL. So
expand on why you're the reason why Head Ice is not on URL?
I'm not the reason why Head Ice is on URL. I said my second round against DNA is the reason why Head Ice is not on URL.
So expand on that for the people in the room that have no clue what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is in that round, I bring up a situation where Head Ice and DNA had an altercation, and cooler heads prevailed. But before cooler heads prevailed, Beasley stepped in to kind of try to silence whatever was happening. And, Ice didn't take too well to that. And, things were said, actions were done. And, we haven't seen Ice since that. And I brought that up in my second round with DNA.
So hold up, you're telling us that we got to get mad at DNA because Ice ain't on no more, or we get mad at Beasley? Who we getting mad at? Because I want to see Ice back, man. That's needed.
Listen. You said I lost 3-0, right? And now you're like, wait a minute, what's going? And even when you said that, you was like, nothing goes over my head. I'm an intelligent guy, nothing. But now I'm telling you something that happened.
I said you lost. I never said you
and
lost.
Now,
where I said you lost 3-0.
You said it. I saw it. But look, it's cool. I do my due diligence. I research. I do my due diligence, right? But it's cool because you hometown hero. This is what you do, baby. I respect it. I never got crazy. I'm an artist.
I'm glad you took that well though, because a lot of people don't take it well. And I got a lot of respect for you for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot of people, when you say they lost, I know it's some battle rappers that I said they lost. They never spoke to me again. Won't even do an interview with me again. No. I give a fuck though. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
That could never be me. That
shit's very weird.
So when they brought it out, I was like, absolutely, I'll come and do this, right? So for me, but yeah, that's the reason why. So
we blame you. No, hold on. Let's get the blame together. So do we blame Mickey Factz? Do we blame DNA or Beasley why Ice is not on there no more? We gotta figure that out, man.
I think it's a situation where words were exchanged between Ice and DNA, and tensions rose, right?
Did somebody get hands put on them?
No, nobody got hands put on.
So, but the general public don't know this, though, right? Is what you're saying?
Head Ice did an interview about this.
But I'm just saying, is this behind the scenes stuff that happened prior to us knowing?
Prior to me speaking about it, and prior to Ice speaking about it, and prior to my round about it, nobody knew about this. It was something that was, if you knew, you knew. But if you my thing is, and this goes back to,
it's your fault. We won't blame you.
I want to see Ice back.
Ice is a fan favorite though. Like this is what I think about culture and what we're doing. Sometimes for personal reasons, yeah. But when we have people who are fan favorites, Ice got to come back. And even if Ice come back, Ice in that setting is very dangerous.
Ice is crazy. I wouldn't mind seeing Rosenberg Raw there. I wouldn't mind seeing A Ward there. It's a lot of guys. You know, it's a lot of guys that they could pick up and put on there, man. And I feel like at this stage in the game, you know, it's time for everybody to get a chance to shine over there.
Time out. People are so. Why do you think we're talking about Easy E? We're talking about battle rap. We're talking about Easy the Block Captain, not Easy E. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
Please stop it out. We're not talking about Just Ice either. We're talking about Head Ice. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So I want to take you to another direction.
Let's do it.
Female battle rappers. Do you like female battle rap?
I do.
Who's number one?
To me, right now, Vixen is number one.
Vixen is number one.
I like Vixen.
Do you like the male versus female?
I do like it. I do like it a lot, actually.
Besides Vixen, has any of the chicks beat any of the men though?
Yeah, KCJ beat Swamp.
I mean, okay.
She did.
Yeah, but I mean, just saying, like, that's not a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
In my opinion, I thought Couture beat Clips.
You know what? I'm a Clips. You know you my dude, but I thought no. All right. Let me tell you why.
Here we go.
She looked like she was ready to cry when he did that lovey-dovey. He touched her somewhere.
I think
she out-rapped him.
She did.
She out-rapped him, but
he choked. He choked.
No, because he played too much. But when he was like, when he was like, yo, Joyce and all that. Nah, that was that kind of. I seen her like, you know, she was like,
Surf
damn, I still love this nigga. You said who?
Surf lost to 40.
Yeah, Surf lost to, but
So yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Swamp is not a name, but I don't know if that go on, you know, he's fairly new to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, I guess it count, you know, I don't know.
It counts. Yeah, it counts. I thought Couture beat Clips. You know, if he doesn't choke, he wins clearly.
I told him if he doesn't choke and he doesn't play, he's the best.
I completely
absolutely
agree.
The best.
100% agree.
Everything.
Yep. Everything. I will never
flawless.
discredit that. I will agree with that. I will agree.
I have interviews on here that you can see. I tell them, yo, why? I say, yo, what I tell you? You say, yo, you always tell me stop fucking around. Yo, stop playing. Like, you really are the best. But, you know, I guess when you get to eat 4 or 5 slices of pizza in one sitting, and, you know, what do you care about? You know what I'm saying? You don't want for nothing.
He's incredible. He's always been incredible. He's been incredible since 2005 when I known him.
Is choking an automatic loss of the round?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
automatic.
So Lux lost the first round of Calico.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Do you want to see Surf back?
Yes.
What is it that Surf need to do?
Not choke.
Females. Let's go back to the females. Shout out to Queen of the Ring. Shout out to Debo, Veg, and Babs. Vixen. Give me your top 5.
Females. Vixen, Official, 40. I like Couture, man. I hope she comes back.
Yes, I do like her a lot too.
And Yoshi. Here we go.
The issue that I have, 40 is my girl. I think she chokes a lot too. That's what I want to talk to her about. I want her to
Yeah.
I want her to really, really really focus, because her face offs are incredible. You know, like I'm gonna be real with you.
And
I
Bonnie.
think,
And Bonnie.
I think you know, Bonnie was really slept on too, but she was called boring too at one point. You know, what I like about what I like about battle rap, I think the problem I'm having with battle rap, I think the face-offs are actually better than the battles now. I think the
Sometimes.
build-up is better.
Most times.
Yeah, because when you go there and you choke, I'm like, what happened? Like, why did that just happen? Especially when you're a notorious choker.
Right.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? I think Surf and 40 could have been incredible. I think that was, we really, really wanted that. So I don't really like the girls versus the guys. I ain't gonna front, I don't like it.
Why you don't like it?
There's no real grudge match in it. I thought Official was just Arsenal. Come on, that dude just too disrespectful. Like, that's tough. Like even Official on top of her game, I don't know. That's just tough, man. Arsenal, is arguably Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like throwing people in the ring against Moot. You know what I'm saying? Like you really don't stand a chance.
Would you want to see Hitman versus Miss Hustle?
I like the goods. I mean, not the goods. The Averb disrespect a little bit more. I like their little back and forth because Averb is going to disrespect. He disrespects women like, all the time in his way. You know what I'm saying? I like my favorite female battle rapper is E Heart. Always said that. Always go on record. E Heart.
Shout out to E Heart.
E Heart is incredible. I like E Heart. Do you think URL is having too many battles?
I don't know. I'm indifferent.
Okay.
At one point, it's like we getting the content, and I appreciate the content. On another hand, these guys are suffering because they're not completing rounds and they're stumbling, and there's no real buildup, right? So I think I'm indifferent to that question. I would say yes and no.
Okay. Vixen is. If you seen Vixen battle a guy, who would be a dope matchup? Or do you just like her cake? Which one is it?
I think she's dope, man.
Okay, all right.
That's hilarious. I would like to see her versus like a Verb or JC. I want to see what we
doing with JC though. What we doing with JC? Do he deserve Lux? Do you know this answer right here is gonna get you in trouble? Does JC? You know why I said Jay-Z, right? Because when Jay-Z did that song Jockin' Jay-Z, is really saying JC. That's why I said that, because he's really jocking JC. Did you know that? You know it's really saying JC, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, look it up. He's really saying JC. Does JC deserve Lux?
Right now, no.
Okay.
At one point he did.
Battle rap media.
You trying to go there with it today, boy.
Good or bad for battle rap?
Great. Not good or bad. It's great.
Who is your favorite platform?
Champion. Come on now.
I mean, I can't, so my favorite battle rap platform is I like Angry Fan.
Angry Fan is great.
Yes.
He's really great. But the lives he was doing, I couldn't do it.
He's hilarious to me.
When he does his singular focused content, unmatched. When he do these 1 hour long lives, I can't do it.
I watch it. So do you feel like and do you think the battle rap media is becoming a little too biased?
Yes.
I think it's very biased. And I don't like it. I think we need a little bit more unbiased. I think we need more honest conversation. Who's the most biased platform? Let me get you in trouble. Who's the most biased platform?
Most biased platform, in my opinion, might have to be Hip Hop Is Real.
Okay. Is there any platforms that have been bad for battle rap that you like? Come on now. You don't have to say their name. We don't. You know, we don't have to give them like.
I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think. I don't. I don't think any of these guys have been bad for the culture.
I don't like the personal stuff after a while. Like when we go and you see 60 videos about a person, like, come on, man. What are we doing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, it's my guy, but sometimes Piper Boy can get a little crazy.
Oh, I don't watch Piper Boy. Uh Chris Unbiased return, good or bad?
Great.
Great. What he was accused of, should that have anything to do with battle rap?
Yes.
In what
But
way?
he wasn't found guilty. But if he was found guilty, yes, we would have to, you know, link him to that.
Should Tech Nine battles have been removed?
I don't think Tech's battle should have been removed.
Okay.
His legacy is gone. Like,
you know, he was one of my favorite battle rappers at one point. I just early on when I because I like people who talk to people, and what he did against Miles is just crazy.
Unbelievable. We'll never see it again.
Yeah, we'll never see that again. It's gone. The Norb situation. Good or bad for the culture? You know, listen. You know when a nigga breathe.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know if it's difficult to say if it's good or bad for the culture. Like, I don't know how to answer that. I think the truth should come out. Whether it's the truth that's Norbs' truth or it's URL's truth. So far, we've only gotten Norbs' truth. We haven't gotten anything from URL to kind of, you know, substantiate their claims.
And reason why I mentioned Norbs, not really that. I'm going to segue into the Crucible. What was that?
I don't know what's going on with that, man. I don't know. You know, they wanted me to be a part of that. I'm glad. I don't know. They're taking a beating from that right now. I'm kind of glad that I'm not a part of that right now, because I couldn't take it. Like, some of these guys wouldn't even make it past where they're making it past to get to the whatever it is that they're doing, because you can't and you know and that's where the genius of Norbs is needed, because he filtered out a lot of the garbage, and they're not understanding this.
Avocado, what should have happened with him?
Everything that happened to him is what should have happened to him.
But people gave him a platform. Did he deserve a platform after that?
No, I wouldn't have not given him a platform after that.
Okay.
There's nothing to discuss.
Got you. Because I feel like he was able to not weasel his way out of it. I think people still feel how they feel, but I don't think no explanation was needed.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I'm good. Yeah. I'm super good. Like, I'm very good on you as a human being. You know, I do believe people change, and I do believe, you know, people can be different from who they were.
That nigga ain't changed though. Like, get out of here. That nigga ain't changed.
I believe he will change over time. I don't believe he's changed overnight.
You know what changes people when they get fucked up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nobody fucked him up. So, you know, why should he change? He's just gonna go back to
I think you know, he's a little tight about this. You know, he's not with URL, but he got kicked off that before all of this stuff came out. And for me, I just don't like shit like that.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff. It's too much going on for that to have gotten a pass. Like, and it was black people giving him a pass. I can't give him a pass. He wanted to talk to me. No, I have nothing. There's nothing for us to talk about. And respectfully, you do your thing. You over there. They actually wanted me to host. I mean, not host. Pardon me. They wanted me to judge the battles, King of the Dot. And I found out, Avocado was doing it. I said, no, I'm good. Straight.
Joe Budden versus Hollow. Where did you go with that?
Hollow 2-1.
You and Joe Budden cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Was y'all always cool?
Define cool. I mean, I would say we were coworkers on a
Okay.
tour. I know where this is going. We were coworkers on a tour.
Where's going? You tell me where it's going.
We know where it's going.
Honestly, I
Let's talk about it.
No. So what you want to talk about? I'm gonna be quiet.
Whatever you want to talk about.
No, I'm just saying. I like him in the space that he's in right now. I think that's needed. I think he absolutely has no filter. I think him having no filter has gotten him in trouble, and I like it. I respect it. I think he's not supposed to really give a fuck and say what he want. And I think he was ahead of his time with it, because it was a time when he was doing that, where people was like, what is it all about? So when the incident happened with him, what was you supposed to do?
I think I was supposed to do what I did, minding my business. I don't understand. Like, what was it? Let's break this down, right?
Okay.
First of all, I had just flew in from Japan.
Okay.
And I had just did the Honda commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I had Honda representatives at Rock the Bells that day.
Okay.
Before I go into the dressing room, I see Raekwon and his peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Dap him up. Everything is love. Go into the dressing room because it was 103 degrees.
Damn.
So I go into the dressing room because it was cool. It's the only place where AC was at. I didn't have my own dressing room. Slaughterhouse had to have one. And it was Joe in there with his, I guess the tour manager, white guy. So I'm in there and I'm on. Now, mind you, this is before everything that we know about in terms of social media. Like, he was on Ustream. So the same way YouTube is right now, right? Like, I can look underneath. I can look at these. Right. I could look at the comments. So I was fascinated by this.
Yes, he was, and his. Let's give him that. He was the first person on Ustream. Yep.
So when I'm on his Ustream, this is 2009. I'm on his Ustream and I'm just talking to the fans. I'm like fascinated by this. And Raekwon and them walk in. When they walked in happy. They walked in dapping everybody up. Everybody got dapped up, show love, So I turn around, I dap everybody up, and I go back to the computer. Mind you, the computer isn't like our computers and our phones now.
Yes.
It was hooked up to the Ethernet cord.
Damn.
So there was a cord, right? So what happened was, after, Raekwon and them sit down, I turn around and we all, they're talking to Joe, asking him about his Method Man comments. And actually, no, it wasn't his Method Man comments. It was he had comments about Inspector Deck. Because him and Method Man had squashed it already. And then he had said something to Inspector Deck in Baltimore.
To his face?
No, on camera.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So they were addressing him for that. And he, at the time, he was trying to apologize. He was like, I already apologized for this. So what are we talking? This is Joe's stance. He was like, I already apologized for this. What is the stance on this? And Raekwon was like, well, pull it up. Mickey, pull it up.
Mickey, pull it up. What you got to do with anything?
Because I was on the computer.
Got you. Okay.
So it was like, Mickey, pull it up. So now I'm on the floor because, again, there was a couch and then there was the floor, and I was on the floor because the computer was on the floor next to the Ethernet cord. So I turn around. This is all, everything was on Ustream. I turn around and I accidentally kick out the Ethernet cord from the computer.
Mm.
So as I'm doing this, I'm typing to try to get the website up, and the website is not coming up.
Mm.
I don't realize it that I kicked the cord out. So if I'm sitting on the floor and I just turn around, boop, I hit the laptop and the wire comes out. So at this point, Joe and Raekwon, it's getting frantic and it's tense.
But Joe stood his ground.
He stood his ground.
Okay.
But the issue was they were waiting on me to pull up the.
You got Joe Budden snuff because you ain't pull up. Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to pull it, doggy. This is on my son. I'm trying.
No, but I know how. But I know because sometimes with the Ethernet cord, remember that little top lip thing? If that break off, that cord is coming out.
It's coming out.
And then you have to. It almost has to reboot.
Yes.
To get the internet back on. So I saved you a little bit. Don't worry, I got you. Go ahead, though.
That's hilarious. The nigga put on the devil voice. So I kicked it out, and I'm still trying to type it up. So now they're frantic, and I'm trying to fix the joint. So next thing you know, that's all you hear a thud. It was like a thud, and it was like a do. My mind is still on trying to fix the joint. I'm trying to fix the computer. Like, so I didn't even turn around. So people was like, yo, Mickey didn't help him. I'm trying to fix the computer.
So it sounded like a slap?
No, it didn't sound like a slap. It just sounded like a thud. It sounded like a thud, and then the do.
Oh, he hit the deck? You saw.
I'm guessing that because again, I'm facing the computer. So I don't know. I actually didn't see a punch. The only thing that I saw, only thing that I heard was that when I turned around, Joe was like, he didn't even make a sound. It was just like and then that was it. And then when I finally turned around, he was holding his eye. And then because it was Ray's man who hit him. And Ray was like, I do. And once he said that, then I turned around and I was like, oh shit, all right. But again, Ray came in with like 6 or 7 dudes.
I know who hit him too.
So he came in with these dudes. Mind you, I had been with Joe one time before this whole situation. One time. It wasn't like it was my man's. So he got hit. If you get hit, dog, if somebody hits you, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go crazy as hell. That's just me.
That's not what happened here. Right? So like he didn't stand back up and start fighting and tussling. That did not happen.
That shit probably hurt though.
Regardless if it hurt or not, he didn't get up and fight.
Okay. So your one of your thing is that if a person don't fight for themselves,
how am I gonna fight if you don't fight for yourself? Now his stance was, why would I fight for myself? And I'm in a room with this white guy, Mickey Factz. That was his stance.
So you got thrown all the way.
I got thrown under the bus while I'm trying to put the internet up and fix the internet to Now I will say it was my fault because I kicked out the joint.
Did the video exist of him apologizing?
Yes, it was on World Star Hip Hop. He did apologize. It was there. So but I kicked it out. And then obviously there was talks that happened between that and then in terms of the room. And then whoever was running Rock the Bells, the security, because again, it was on Ustream. So everybody that was there knew about it. So security came in and broke everything up. So that's literally what happened. Right. And people blame me for not helping him. It's like, what y'all want me to do?
But they didn't jump him though, right? It was just
nobody jumped him. He didn't get beat. He didn't get beat up. He just got hit. He got sucker punched.
Did you at least help with the ice?
No, I had nothing to do with the ice.
So all right, after this happened, what do you say to him? Like, what is y'all conversation like?
I don't remember.
Or was he mad at you?
He wasn't mad at me. He wasn't mad at me. You got to remember what he said. He said, how was I supposed to fight if I knew Mickey wasn't going to fight and I knew his man wasn't going to fight?
Damn.
It was 6 against 3, and this is what he said. So he said, I just took the L just to take the L. That's what he said. That's literally what he said.
Damn. That's.
But again, if you ask anybody in the chat, if somebody get hit, you're gonna swing back regardless if your man fight or not. He didn't get back up. There wasn't no tussle. There wasn't no fight. That's my stance on it. If I'm with one of my mans.
But if it was one of your day one homies or somebody.
If it's one of my day one homies and I see the punch and he gets sucker punched and I see it, then it's a scuffle. If it's a one-on-one fight, I'm not going to jump in there one-on-one fight. That's just the rules of the street is the rules of the street. Now, if other niggas jump in, then you jump in. He got sucker punched. I didn't see it because I'm trying to fix the internet.
You with this damn Ethernet cord. You don't fuck with Ethernet cords no more, do you?
Nobody does.
I'm just saying, he just like, you're like Ethernet cord. Mickey like, huh? What's going on? Like he's been
but like Eternal said, it wasn't my fight to fight anyway. And again, that wasn't my guy. But
you know that's the narrative that people thought like you in there with the homie and you let.
Yes.
Yeah, got you.
But I broke the full story down just now for you. You know, and I had to take accountability for that for a long time. People judged me off of that.
Damn.
Right? Like I got judged off of that for a long time.
Joe Budden has a very big fan base too.
Yeah, his fan base hated me for that.
So you was the guy who didn't jump in. Yo, I am going to say something though. I'm a little changed, but at one point in my life, I really like violence and fighting. So the odds of 6-on-3, even if it was 6-on-2, I just would just still jump in. That was just me though, because I used to just like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
9 times out of 10, I had a knife on me, so somebody was getting jigged, but the fact that you're saying that that's not your man, I could understand. But did Joe Budden think you was his man though?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Okay.
I feel like no, I don't think he felt that way. Okay. I don't think he felt that way at all. I felt like he thought I was an associate, because if he would have felt like Mickey is gonna fight, he would have stood up and threw a punch. Like okay. So let's paint this scenario. If I was Royce in that scenario and I'm trying to pull up the internet, and I still pull up and Royce turns around and says, yo, you got punched? Yo, Royce is going to stand up and be like, yo, what's going on? And then it's going to get shaken. Or maybe Joe would stand up and fight because that's his man. Me at that time, you got to remember what I'm doing as an artist at that time. I just have a Honda commercial. I just flew in from Japan.
Jet lag,
tired. I'm on the freshman cover. The cover just came out, right? I'm trying to turn it around so you can see. The freshman cover just came out.
He framed it. He said the freshman cover just came out, and for the record, check it out. Go ahead.
The record, check it out.
I like that bragging shit. Go ahead. I like that.
I wasn't rapping about that stuff anymore. I'm the catalyst for niggas wearing skinny jeans.
Damn. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm rapping over different styles of hip hop.
You rhyming over Pharrell and them stuff, you know.
Exactly. So so in Joe's mind, he's probably like, Mickey's not gonna jump in. Like I can't fault him for that. Like I can't fault him for that at all. You know what I mean? But then again, I was never grouped in with that group of New York City rappers of the Saigons, the Joel Ortizes, the Joe Buttons, the Papoose. I was never grouped in with them.
But I think at in this point, this is when the inception of the internet rapper was coming out, and I think you was in that, and Joe Budden is like actually the damn flagship internet rapper.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how you got grouped into that. Yeah. So you're like they would consider you to be like one of the unofficial slaughterhouse guys. Like you that's what, so I think that's how you got grouped into that. I mean, but maybe he didn't fight back because that shit was hard. Maybe he just got punched. You know, sometimes you can get punched so hard that there is no fight back. You just like, yo.
I mean, I can't speak to that. Well, the only thing, what I will say is this, right? And this is all documented. Everything I'm saying is documented. Like Joe has said these things. Joe didn't want to fight the guy who punched him. He wanted to fight Raekwon.
Well, do you know the guy who punched him?
What was that? Ice Water?
I ain't gonna say his name. That's the homie though. But his name is Ice Water. Because if the public don't know, but he's a big dude.
He's huge.
Yeah, so I don't think I wouldn't have wanted to fight him.
It was 4 other niggas like him.
Yeah, Ray was
come on.
But see, at the same time, Ray coming there, being boss. You know what I'm saying? Of course, somebody's supposed to do the swinging. He's the boss,
right? And listen, and you gotta let's add that to the equation. I grew up listening and studying Raekwon.
So you sit there, you get your meat lump, like literally, yo, you just got your meat lump. He said, "Nah." I'm a fan of the Wu. Most of my freestyles that I go on the radio, I rap over Wu-Tang shit. I study these guys, so you got to think like this is like my first time interacting with Raekwon ever. Wow. And he knew who you was? And he knew who you was?
Yes.
So you was like, oh shit, Ray knew who I was. Yo, one time I went to the Bronx. I went to DITC studio. The homie Drawzilla invited me up there. They was having these beat submissions. So I walk in DITC studio and I know OC for a long time. I knew Lord Finesse for a long time, Buck Wild. But when I get in there, Showbiz is there. Showbiz say, oh shit, Doggie Diamonds is here. And I'm like, yo, you know me? Because I'm such a big Showbiz fan. So I'm like, yo, you know me? He like, yeah, come on, everybody know who you are. I'm like, yo, fucking Showbiz know me. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get it.
That was so imagine, you know, Showbiz, you know you, and the next thing you know, like a fight break out with somebody that you're not cool with, and you just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
yeah, I just think the narrative was painted that was your man. And you ain't fight for your man. So
that wasn't the narrative.
That was
that was the narrative.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
Okay, so moving right along. Is there a brotherhood in battle rap? Does that exist?
Apparently so. I have no idea.
But you heard what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I've heard about it.
All right, but the brotherhood, the only problem with the brotherhood is that they're putting other stuff on the brotherhood that's like spooky, flagrant stuff. Do you know about that part of it? Because they be saying all types of crazy stuff, like these dudes is having relations with each other and stuff like that. You ain't hear about no stuff like that, right?
I have not heard anything like this. Is my first time hearing that.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. I'm not saying it's true because but there's plenty of YouTube channels where dudes is breaking down, and then Mook says something about the Illuminati and battle rap. Y'all doing? He wanted a white candle and what was that all about?
I have no idea what Mook was talking about. I don't know who's in the brotherhood. I don't know what they talk about. I thought when people mentioned the brotherhood, I thought, you know, these guys were just like in this battle group, text group, and they were supporting each other. And you telling me all of this is brand new news to me. I never heard any of this.
Yeah, with some spooky stuff being said. I don't know if I can't confirm or deny none of that. So the brotherhood, and this is another topic. The brotherhood does exist, though. You saying it does exist, from what you know?
Yeah, they say it exists.
I wonder if they're trying to be condescending and play off it because people saying Beasley's Funhouse. I'm not going there with none of that. I don't. You heard of that? I don't know. You heard of Beasley's Funhouse?
I mean, that's where everybody congregated at.
No. But do you know what they're saying about Beasley's alleged funhouse? They're saying this is spooky. It's a little.
I have no idea what's going on right now. I don't know anything about the brotherhood. Just I know that there's a word that's the brotherhood, and I know that there's certain battlers that's in this quote unquote brotherhood.
Mickey,
that's it.
Have you been to Beasley's house?
I've been to Beasley's house before. Yes.
I shouldn't ask you that because they go from with that the stuff that they saying, man. All right.
I don't know. I don't know what's. I don't listen. They want me to talk about stuff that I don't know about. Like they, first of all, these guys, you guys in the comments, you guys
Niggas is
know I
crazy.
have no filter. You guys know I have no filter.
No, that's my show. Hold on, what you doing? Are you gonna stay on my shit? I just
Oh, my fault. My
my
fault.
shit is copyright. What you doing?
I
Go ahead,
apologize.
go ahead, go ahead. Yo,
So
so
I'll say whatever, but I really don't know anything about that.
don't. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna leave that alone, man, because Beasley's the homie. I don't want to. I ain't gonna put no wild shit on him. I don't. So, the ghostwriting. Have you heard that these guys are writing for each other?
Yes.
As far as you know, is that true?
I wouldn't know. I just heard rumors.
Come on. That pause is too long, bro. Come on,
because
you
I
say
was
you
trying
got
to.
no filter. You can't be using my shit and filtering shit.
No, because I literally, people call me the battle rap encyclopedia. So I had to go into my mental Rolodex and think about who are the people that are in this brotherhood, and then think to, okay, who might have gotten rhymes written for them, and I couldn't think of anybody off the top of my head.
So, will you admit, since a lot of these guys have come together, some of them have gotten very, very good, like great. What do you attribute that to?
I would attribute it to people writing together.
So is writing together good or bad?
Depends.
Okay, so if Surf is writing with K Sean, is that a good thing?
It depends. It depends how you define writing. Like how are we defining
Come on,
writing?
you know what the hell I'm talking about. They writing each other rhymes, man, or they giving each
I
other
don't
balls.
think
Because I don't think nobody. I'm gonna be real with you. If you are a battle rapper, and I don't think nobody should be giving you bars unless it's DNA and K Sean. I would accept that. Anybody on NWX, I would accept that. But you can't write a verse. You can't write a round for nobody. Nah, that shouldn't be happening
Let me
at
ask
all.
you this question.
Go ahead.
Who is in the brotherhood?
I don't fucking know because I heard it was spooky, so I was like, yo, I don't even want to put them. But I've seen they've accused a lot of people. I guess everybody who's been in Beasley house and stayed at his house, they said was the brotherhood. But I seen Surf and K Sean and Jess say brotherhood and do that. So I guess it would be the whole NWX.
I don't think Surf and Shine have written for each other. I don't believe that. I don't believe that they've written for each other. What I do believe, if you are in a battle rap group, that lines do get exchanged. I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't like that. I believe wholeheartedly that people help edit rhymes. I believe wholeheartedly that people, when you spar, you say, people tell people, yo, I heard that line before, take that out, or say it like this, or do it like. I believe that happens. I
don't like it.
Concepts have been given out. I believe all of that. I don't believe anybody ever in the culture of battle rap has ever not taken a bar here or there. I refuse to believe it.
So do you know for sure though? Have you seen it? Have you bear witness it? Because if it's some type of big battle rap group text, is there lines being exchanged in this thing? Because I don't think it's right that I just don't like it.
I mean, I think I know that battlers have. I know some of the ghostwriters that have written for battlers.
Say that shit again?
Yo, why you be putting on this? Yo, what's that?
No, say that shit again, because you said that with a straight face. Say that shit again.
What is this voice, B? This nigga turned into
different.
Demon Diamonds. Diamonds. Yo, I know some of the ghostwriters that have written for other rappers. Chilla Jones is a ghostwriter that has written for other rappers. Born is a rapper that has written for other rappers. QP is a rapper that has written for other rappers. Like this is
known guys have taken bars from.
Yes, I believe it, and I know for a fact some guys have taken.
Is your pen in there anywhere?
I've been on Summer Madness a couple times.
Say that shit again?
I've been on Summer Madness a couple times.
Whoa. So it's been a lot of Summer Madnesses.
Yeah.
You've been on how many?
I don't remember how many I've been on, but I've been on a couple.
So you've been on there with a line or
a line? Like a line to me is not. I don't consider that ghostwriting.
Nah, yes, that is.
Giving somebody a line is like, it's like, okay, cool. You know, it's like that ain't really. To me, I don't really consider that ghostwriting. I consider someone writing a whole rap for somebody ghostwriting. That's what I consider. I consider people who wrote a whole round for somebody or give somebody an outline for somebody a ghostwriting situation.
So there is a top rapper right now who was on the Summer Madness, and your bars is in that round.
I would say a bar or two, yeah, has made it to Summer
But you said
Madness.
you've been on Summer Madnesses. You didn't say I've been on Summer.
Yeah, I've been on Summer Madnesses, yes. Yeah. Like I'm not. I mean, what? What are we talking about here?
No. I mean, I don't doubt you because you're a great writer, but I don't think I like that. I don't think I like you giving somebody a bar because, again, I'm a big creative person, and I think my creation should come from me. Now, you're not known for being in any battle rap clip. So
I'm in YTG.
What the fuck is YTG?
Me, A-Ward, Mike P, Born.
Oh, so that's why you put A-Ward on the damn list. All right.
The bias just came out. There we go. That's why A-Ward is on the top 10. Ha. He just bullshitted himself.
Doggy. Let me tell you something. Tell you something before you get crazy. On that champion list, the fans voted A-Ward number 6.
Okay.
Let's not get crazy. The fans put him at number 6. I put him at number 9. So I can't be that biased.
But you still put him on there. You didn't put.
Nigga, the fans had him higher than I had him. The fans that paid put him number 6.
Okay, got you. So
how you even saying that? The people saying that a line ain't no big deal. A line ain't no big deal. It's a line.
Nah, but my thing is because how you a part of a crew when you don't battle?
I was managing Born at one point.
That must have been tough.
It was tough.
Yeah, and he could actually rap too, but he just he just had a lot of stumbles.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Mike P situation wasn't too cool either. That was
which one?
The one with his I
with
guess
his girl?
It's his baby. Yeah,
his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, but he got through it. He got through it.
But wasn't he really just like at a point where, he ready to just go, go all the way out? Like, did it get that bad?
What does that mean?
Like, wasn't the nigga suicidal? Like, wasn't it that bad at one point?
No, it was never that bad.
Oh, I think what it was, this is what it was for me and Mike P. I actually like Mike P. Him and Tink the Demon's like one of my favorite battles ever. I think the way he came walking out the car, he was all, his walk, and then he just had no idea what was about to happen. But his wife did. So it was just like, this is crazy. What do you think about the personals in battle rap? Is it too personal sometimes?
It depends on what the personals are.
Talking about people, wives, children.
Yeah, I don't like shit like that. That's another reason why I don't want to come back. I just don't sit right with me.
What about the violence?
I think the violence needs to be toned down a little bit. Okay. I would prefer if guys were a little bit more creative and did more creative things, and to that point, to the chat and to yourself, I have to give Danny credit for that bar. I mean that round against Drugs. Like, who am I? Like, I thought that was unbelievably creative, and I think more of that needs to happen in the culture.
But when Danny said that to T-Rex, that was, I understood the line, but it was just so, oh my God, like, it's rare that I hear a line and I say, oh damn, like I almost got a punch through this screen because you can't. Did the absence of the crowd tone the gas down?
Yeah, no.
I think yeah.
It depends. If you go into a room, a small room, and you have a crowd that's louder for you, and your crowd, your crowd is loud for you, and the other person's crowd is not loud for you, it turns into a biased crowd. A lot of people use that with Mook and Serious Jones. Mook's crowd was loud, Serious Jones' crowd wasn't loud.
Did the Coffee Brown battle with Homegirl, where she did that with the flag, too far or no?
Way too far. And I'm glad that, everybody went home safely. It could have ended completely different.
I like that shit though.
Niggas could have died though.
But don't you like sign up for the like because my thing is the disrespect. Like, how do we have measures on disrespect?
I don't think you should disrespect a whole gang set. Like, I don't think you should do that. And in the home of where the gangs are, and like you can die. Like you can literally die in LA.
But somebody had to sanction it though, right?
No,
was
nobody
it Stamp? Where's Stamp at? It had to be Stamp.
Stamp was on the envelope.
No, that nigga heard it. He was probably like, yo, yeah, babe, that shit hot.
He was probably kicking out the Ethernet cord.
See, you bullshitted yourself.
I'm having a good time.
You know what though? I didn't I like disrespect. I didn't like the I think the Tukey thing is a little too sensitive, but I like cause like, QB is like one of my favorites. I think she's very disrespectful. I like that shit. I like disrespect.
I like QB. I like Arsenal when he gets into it. I just don't think.
But he lost to QB though.
I don't remember that battle.
Yeah, look it up. So before we go, you admitted that your pen. Have you wrote for any notable artists?
I have, yeah.
Damn. And the rule of ghostwriting is don't talk about the people you wrote for.
Yes.
That rule has been broken though plenty times. How do you feel about that? Does it fuck the money up?
Sometimes it can, because people want to feel trusted in terms of, confidentiality, right? Like people want to feel like they can trust you. So like I've written for people that I could never speak on. I would love to, and maybe like if I'm on my deathbed, I'll let some shit slide. But there's people that I can mention, right? Like I wrote for Diddy. I wrote for Iggy Azalea.
What song for Diddy you wrote?
I was writing on his project that was coming out with the single for Finna Get Loose.
Because if that shit was corny, I'm gonna tell you, you wrote that, but that shit was trash.
No.
I would love to tell you now. You wrote it, but that shit was weak. But when you write for Diddy, do you get your check first, or he only pays you if it works? How does that? If it comes out,
you get paid if it comes out and if it works.
Do you take your bars back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Diddy situation, that was he was trying to put out one last album. And the Finna Get Loose song was the lead single to this project. So I was working with, so he had a big, he rented out the whole building, which was a studio.
And had everybody working in the building?
Everybody was in their rooms. So I was with 88 Keys one day, and another day I would be with Sean C and LV, and then another day I would be with Mario Winans, and then, what I'm saying? So like that's how it was. And I write fast. And my thing was, I had to get Q-Tip to try to call Diddy. I wanted to, rap. I wanted to have Diddy rap from here. I wanted Diddy to talk about, his life.
And he didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it. So, and that project never came out, by the way. So
that wasn't a Money Making Mitch.
Yeah, that was 2015. Money Making Mitch. Yes. I don't think did that come out?
Yeah, that came out.
Was that 2015?
I think that was his last project. Was Money Making Mitch? Yeah, I don't listen to his music, so no disrespect if you wrote the shit. I just don't.
No, I don't.
Let me find out they slid your shit through the cracks, and you sitting there.
Because I was writing. I was writing some stuff with 88 Keys. I did like 3 or 4 songs, and then me and Sean C and LV, we were putting some stuff together. No, that project, there was a project that because I actually spoke to Sean C and LV about it. He just stopped. He never put the project out.
What did you write for Iggy Azalea?
So the Iggy stuff, I was writing some pop stuff for her, and coincidentally, she wanted some lyrical shit. No, not street shit. She wanted to be. She was like, Mickey, I want to be the nicest rapper ever. And I was like, Iggy, you can't. It's like you can't rap like me. Like you have to rap like you. And she refused. So she wanted all of this super lyrical shit. So she put out some mixtape. I had like a song or 2 on there. That shit was so long ago. That was like 2013.
And how do you get paid for that?
I got upfront money for that.
Got it. So you take the upfront money, and then there's no back end. There is no residual. There's nothing because it was a mixtape.
Right. It was a mixtape.
All right. One of the biggest rappers in the world, Drake. We have heard some of that stuff ain't been his pen. Does he get penalized for that?
To hip hop purists, yes.
To you?
No.
Can he say he's one of the greats?
Yes.
Even though some of that has not been his pen.
He can't say he's one of the greatest lyricists. I wouldn't call him a lyricist. Is he one of the greatest artists? Yes.
I don't even know if he's one of the greatest artists. I think he make that same shit over and over.
I would call him one of the greatest artists of all time, actually.
Drake? So when Flex said Flex and Drake, Jay-Z comparison, don't be on no Bronx bias shit neither, because Flex is from the Bronx. But the Flex and Jay-Z and Drake thing, you agree with that?
What did Flex say?
He said he could play more Drake records than he could play Jay-Z records right now.
He can play well right now. Yeah, I could see that. Yes, I can see that. But overall, like if he went to a neutral party, no.
Nah. Jay.
I think people are downgrading Drake's popularity, man, in terms of what he's done, what records he's been on, what he said, how he shifted culture. Like I think people really downplay it because he's not what we want him to be.
What do we want him to be?
We want him to rap. Period. We want him to do a mixtape where every song is 5 a.m. in Dallas, 3 a.m. in New York City, 2 a.m. in Brownsville, 12 p.m. in LA. We want that. That's what we want. And because we can't get that, and we see him singing all the time, and we hear him singing, and we hear him be quote unquote emotional, we downplay him.
I don't think that we have an issue with that. I just think it's the same shit over and over. I don't think it's.
What do you want from Drake?
My favorite Drake song is "Fear,"
which is basically,
and he's singing on that.
He's singing on the chorus. He's rapping his ass off on "Fear."
But the singing is so prominent though. It's like it's the content, and he's still complaining on there. And my issue with Drake is I don't like how I feel like whatever, and Jay-Z does it too. But I think whatever the style is, he
takes it and does it.
Yeah, because 1 minute he was nothing at all. He had all this southern drawl.
Then he was just popping.
Then he was just like Batman things. Like I don't like that. Now he's like London 2-step, but then I just don't like that.
I mean, he's reinventing himself so he can stay at the top of his game. He has a lot of people to take care of. I think people sometimes, we got to look at this as artistry, man. What he's doing, nobody's really done before. If you can't be mad at LeBron and mad
Don't
at Drake.
compare LeBron and Drake.
LeBron went up and left his team to go somewhere to win what he wanted to win.
All right,
Drake went up and he's going and doing the London thing to get #1 records.
You're about to lose.
How am I about to lose?
Because so many people are eating off of Drake, he gets pushed through.
And so many people are eating off of LeBron.
Yeah, but he actually has to put the ball in the hoop. It's a difference between.
And this man has to make hit records every time.
But even if it's not a hit,
out.
they still gonna push it through.
It gotta get pushed through.
What would say that?
It gotta get pushed through because it's Drake. Let me tell you something, Doggy. Let me ask you a question. And I don't know if you listen to these new guys or these new artists.
I listen to everybody maybe once or twice.
This man has made people say, yeah, before they start a verse. We used to say, yo. Yeah. Before or right after a bar. Yeah. That's Drake. That's literally Drake.
But that shit ain't dope though. Like I don't.
It doesn't matter if it's dope or not.
What the fuck? Like I thought you was about to say something profound. I'm like, yeah, like okay, niggas say yeah.
Listen,
but that shit ain't
first
dope.
of all, and also, Drake has rapped with some of the best lyricists ever. Like he rapped with Elzhi and Fonte. Like
people that he definitely bit they shit too, especially Fonte.
I mean. He rapped with some of the best guys, man.
Yeah, but I think he's at a point where anybody will rap with him. And look, and let me not get it twisted. Drake has made music. He made music that I like, but he's made music that I like. But yeah,
maybe
do something else with that one.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Doggy. And maybe my LeBron comparison was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Don't do that.
Can we compare Drake to Obama?
To who?
Obama.
Obama?
A lot of people sometimes feel like, hear me out, that Obama wasn't a president, quote unquote, for black people, and that he was a president for the United States and he helped other people out, right? So when you think about Drake, right, the hip hop purists want Drake to be a certain way and do a certain style, but he's appealing to a mass audience. Would you say in that facet, you can compare Drake to Obama? Just in that facet?
I'm gonna be real. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. Obama and Drake, like.
It's just a specific. It's a specific correlation.
Obama was the president of the free world. Drake is a rapper that, to me, whatever's hot, he's going to adapt it and use it. But it's so many people, you got to remember, it's so many people that they put so much money into him that a lot of people want to recoup. Just the same thing like with Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out with like 10 logos on his project. You don't think he was going to get pushed through? Niggas wanted their money back. So this person is calling this person. It's so many people invested in it that it has to win. And with this culture and with this game, if they want it to win, it's gonna win. They're going to push it.
Everything is driven by capital. We know this. We know capital drives everything. But at a certain point,
and that little chain he wear, don't forget about that little chain he wear.
At a certain point,
you know that little chain he wear, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. But at a certain point, hypnosis is real.
Okay.
Hypnosis within radio, hypnosis within television, images is real. And people get sucked into a specific sound, a specific visual, and a specific lifestyle.
Got you.
And as much as, I do believe that they still funnel some money into Drake, but I don't believe it's as much money.
They don't have to anymore, though. Yeah, they don't have to anymore because they made us believe that he is the top rapper. But again, it's because you have Jay Prince. It was so many people that got to eat off that plate. That again,
okay, who was it? Is it Jay Prince's one? Cash Money,
Lil Wayne,
Wayne,
Jazz Prince, the son, and you also have to understand who his father is and who his uncle is. You know who his father and uncle is, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I know his. I mean, I see his father, you know, in his videos and stuff. His father was he a pimp?
No, his father, they were musicians. Larry Graham musicians. Yeah, Larry Graham.
Are they his managers?
It's just the fact that he comes from the lineage of people who was already successful in music.
Right. So they get a cut as well.
This dude was in a wheelchair on a popular show that I never watched, you know, playing grab ass, and you know, you understand what I'm saying? He's from Canada. Like, I feel like, and this is not to knock him, because I do think he has some of the talent, but I think he was really, really propped up to be this successful thing, and everybody came in there to make this work.
Me, I worked with Drake before he popped.
Okay.
And we did a record called Overdose on Life. Okay. It's me, Drake, Omen, who produced the beat, and Travis from the Gym Class Heroes. We did this record.
Who's Travie now, right?
Yeah, who's Travie now.
Who used to say him and Tiger was brothers, right? They used to say that, right?
Yeah.
I know a little bit about hip hop, but go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
So when I remember before we put that record out, so we put that record out in, I think we put that record out in April or May. Mm-hmm. And all he wanted was to get on a blog. He was like, I just want to get on Not Right. And at that time, Not Right was like the biggest place to get noticed.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I got him on Not Right. If you can, you know, anybody that's in the chat, anybody that's listening, you can go on notright.com, type in Mickey Factz Drake.
That site don't exist no more, though, right?
No, it exists, and
they just don't update it.
No, they don't update it, and then you'll see the post when it was like, "Yo, Mickey Factz is back with another record with homie from Gym Class Heroes and some guy from Canada."
Whoa!
Because I at that time I had a bigger name than them, right? So, and Drake just wanted to be on a blog, and you know we would text back and forth, and he was. I remember when he went down to Houston to meet with Wayne. I remember when, you know, he went and met with Jay Prince. He was just happy to be there. He was just happy to be there. So he probably was like, this is my chance to finally, he had blew some money with Trey Songz. He blew some money with Pusha T, you know, so he, at this point, it was like, let me try my best to take advantage of the situation. I can't fault him if he got into scenarios where people was getting a piece of him, because he was already signed. Like when Best I Ever Had came out, he was already signed. Like 50 Cent let us know that from the jump. He was like, there's no way this kid is number one on the, well, he hit number 2 on the Billboard. He was like, there's no way he does that without being on the record label, because it's hundreds of thousands of dollars that goes into marketing.
That's the point.
Marketing is the
even Lil Wayne came out on an awards show kicking Drake's whole verse for something. Remember that?
Yes, he did that. He would do that. He did that on his tours. So I was talking to Drake when he was on that tour. He was like, "Yo, I'm about to go out in front of these crowds, 30,000 people, and get booed because they didn't know who he was."
Crazy.
You know, so I can't fault him for wanting to continuously be number one, right? Like I can't, you know, like I would shit at this point and at this stage of my life, nigga, shit. Nigga.
All right, not fuck him, but fuck him for a minute. What are you doing?
Musically right now, I just put out a project for my son, firstborn son. It's called Hugh.
You just put it out when? The top of the year or last year?
Yeah, January 26th.
Oh wow, okay, dope.
Yeah, it's a project about Black fathers and, you know, and Black boys. You know, I don't think that's ever been done in hip hop where, like, you know, obviously we've had songs that talk about fatherhood and we've had songs talking about, you know, fathers loving their daughters and loving their sons, but nobody's ever done a whole project dedicated to their son. So I did that.
That's on all streaming platforms?
All streaming platforms right now.
What is your label?
My label right now, I'm distributed through Soul Spasm. I have a label deal with them.
Okay.
So I put out my own content. I drop whenever I want to drop. Last year I put out a song called A minus. I rapped about the letter A without using the letter A. You know, that did pretty well. And this year, you know, I got a project with Blue from the West Coast and Knots.
Blue from Blue and Exile?
Yeah. Okay. Me and him, we got a whole project.
Tell y'all know this hip hop shit. Don't
you
get
know
it
your
twisted.
shit.
I know everybody.
You know your shit. You know, I got this project called The Dinner Table, which is about us. Well, it's just about me talking about Black financial literacy, because I feel like a lot of us don't know
actual facts
about finance. So I'm going to be talking about stocks. I'm going to be talking about real estate. I'm going to be talking about owning 18-wheelers, trucking companies, how to retain your publishing, everything. Like I'm going there. I'm taking it there because I feel like our people need to know this. And when I go up to the radio stations, instead of rapping about what I usually rap about, having punchlines, I'm going to be rapping about finance.
Got you. These albums, why does it say you are on Conglomerate Records?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
who
like,
did
yo,
that.
Homie wasn't on. What is that?
I was never signed to Conglomerate, bro. I don't know why my Wikipedia says that. I was signed to Jive Records, Jive Records. And when Jive folded, people think I got dropped. I didn't get dropped. When Jive folded, I got another deal with RCA. So I was on the same label as Chris Brown, Justin Timberlake, you know, all of these pop acts. And when Jive folded, we all either got moved to Epic or we got moved to RCA with a whole new deal.
And you got moved to RCA?
Yeah, I got moved to RCA. And then I left RCA.
No, you left.
I retained all my masters too.
Okay. Okay, dope. So in this industry, this is the question I ask everybody. Do the mansion parties and all that spooky shit really exist? Have you seen anything that you was like, what am I doing here?
I've been to some wild parties. I've been to hotel parties that were just outrageous hotel parties. I haven't been to like no big mansion parties with like celebrities and anything crazy happening, but I've heard wild stories, obviously. But I've been to some crazy hotel parties in LA that were it was just like, what the hell is happening? You know what I'm saying?
What groupie love going on, or just the wildest shit like
So here's a story.
Okay, let's go.
In LA, I was shooting the Honda commercial. And I was staying at the Roosevelt. And I remember going downstairs, and to get back in the elevator, you need a car key. So I get in the elevator, and I'm about to go upstairs, and then a hand comes in. It's Ron Jeremy.
I would have bounced automatically, but go ahead though.
So, but I was trying to go upstairs to my room. So Ron Jeremy comes in, and he has 3 women with him. And it's like literally like it felt like a porn scene. So he was like, "Yo, you have a room here tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a room here tonight." He was like, "Yo, I'm trying to go to the 4th floor. Can you just use your card to take me to the 4th floor?" I was like, "Oh, yeah." So I did it. Go to 4th floor. He was like, "Hey, I'm at room 407 if you want to stop by. We're having a party." I was like, "All right, cool." So I go up to the 11th floor where I was. And I go in my room and I sit down and I'm like,
he started thinking, hold up.
This nigga had 3 women.
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy, 3 women. I'm going to this party. So I go back downstairs to the room. And it was like 30 people in one room. And Ron sees me. He's like, "Hey, this is the guy that got me here, guys." They like, "Woo!" Ron hands me 3 bags of Coke. 3 small bags of Coke. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about
hell
this?
Yeah, but the coke, you're supposed to sniff it?
I'm confused. Like, what do you give you the coke for?
But the voice though. The voice.
Yeah. Nah. My audience know I wild out with the voice every now and again. But
I love that.
Yeah,
so he gives me 3 bags of coke. They're like nickel bags, very small. I guess he wanted me to sniff this coke. So I hold on to this because I've never done coke in my life.
I'm flipping
scared.
that. But go ahead.
I'm scared of putting shit in my nose. Period. So like I've missed out on opportunities with COVID because I'm afraid of getting that shit up my nose.
Got you.
So I just hold on to these bags. Right. And these women in this party look crazy. They're not like Playboy bunny honeys. They're just wild.
Like
I wouldn't say they crack whores, but
meth
they
whores
just,
or something. Like
they just not top tier. They're not top tier love.
Got you.
So I'm holding on.
White,
to this
black,
stuff.
or whatever.
Mostly white.
See, I would have bounced anyway because I don't really do that. But go ahead.
I just wanted to see this environment, right? Like I just wanted to see.
Curiosity killed a cat, my G. But go ahead.
Listen. I didn't do anything, but I just wanted to see what was going on, and I wanted to see the extent of what will happen at a party like this.
Okay.
So I'm chilling. I'm interacting with people, talking to this guy. This girl comes in, and she's like, "Who has the coke?" Mind you, I got 3 bags of coke. I'm like, I got the coke. She's like, can I get some coke? I was like, no, you can't get no coke. I don't want to give you none of this shit that I got in my hand and in my pockets. So she leaves. Another girl comes in. She's like, who got the coke? Now, at this point, I'm like, I'm just staying quiet at this point. She's like, I know one of you guys have it. I'm willing to do some things for this coke. And I'm like, do what things? She's like, look out into the because it was like a balcony. It was like this big balcony. So look in the balcony. Dude getting head on the balcony, random. It's like 20, 25 dudes just getting head. I was like, oh, that's crazy. She's like, yeah, so whoever has the coke, I'm willing to do whatever for the coke. I was like, well, I ain't got that shit. She was like, all right. So, and homie said, I ain't got it either. So when she leaves, homie was like, yo, can you please give me that coke? Nigga gave me $100 for the coke.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You got to at least flip the coke. Like, you ain't going to get no neck. At least flip the coke. But go ahead, though.
So that was my only time as an actual drug dealer, I guess.
Oh.
So I gave him the coke. He gave me the 100, and he went and got his head. Wow. And at that point, Ron Jeremy, he's being a creep. He's on every honey. He's going from one honey to the next honey, looking like a real hedgehog. And then I was just like, this place is too crazy for me. I'm out, and I just left.
Yeah, because I wanted to know, like, when was it, like?
I was there for like 25 minutes, and then I just was like, it's time for me to go. I just wanted to experience, this LA kind of party lifestyle, because I never got a chance to go to I did go to the Playboy Mansion, but it was like a different kind of party at the Playboy Mansion.
It was corporate, like corporate. This was like
it was corporate. It was a EA Sports event, and they had like Bokeem Woodbine was there. He was calling me Mikey Factz. I was dumb tight. He just kept calling me Mikey Factz. I
probably
was
would have swung on him.
So can you stop calling me Mikey Factz? And he just would not stop. Cypress Hill was performing, and they had Playboy bunnies that were naked, but they were painted in EA Sports paint.
Boo. And
this was for like NBA Live or some shit like that. Some shit that I had like 3 songs in NBA Live, so they flew me out, and they wanted me to go to the Playboy Mansion. I was in the grotto. Everybody knows, like, I love Y3. Like, this is, Y3 is Adidas. So I had...
Got chains and all and shit?
Yeah. So I had these black and white beads, diamond, right? And I'm in the grotto. Shorty, Playboy bunny. Shorty was bad. She come up to me. Hey, those look like my anal beads. And I was like, I think they are. But that was like the only thing that, I was expecting people to have sex at the Playboy Mansion. But nobody was having sex.
So you told me that whole story. You ain't getting no pussy in the Playboy Mansion.
No pussy in the Playboy Mansion.
Damn, bro. You ain't getting no neck at Ron Jeremy while at. Well, all right. In your defense, at least you didn't see no weird stuff. Like,
I haven't seen any. I've never seen anything crazy. Thank God.
You're lucky though, because you could have went in Ron Jeremy party and anything could have been going on in there. Then
it could have been an orgy in there.
See, that's what it is, but I just don't want to see no dude with a dude.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want to see. Anyway. So, what's your social media?
Yo, find me on Instagram, Mickey.Factz, MICKEY.Factz. You can hit me up on Twitter. I respond to everybody. Twitter, Twitter.com/MickeyFactz. Hit me on Facebook, Facebook.com/official Mickey Factz. I'm on YouTube, YouTube.com/my Mickey Mouse, MAUSE. I'm also got a Patreon, Patreon.com/Mickey Factz to get all content first and up front. And yeah, man, I respond to everybody. I show love. I'm getting ready to start this masterclass for lyricism. So if you're a rapper or MC and you want to be down with that, hit me up. Let's talk.
All right, so I think we really went all around the world today, which is hilarious. We had fun, I had to, let you know. It was all good. You could.
This is fun.
Question: have you ever talked about the Joe Budden story before?
I talked about it like in detail, but on smaller platforms.
Oh, so I got to cut that up and put it out.
This is probably going to be the first time it's going to be on like a bigger platform. And I feel like, I never really got a chance for people to hear my side of it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, even you, man, like I did my due diligence. I was like, let me see what Doggie Diamonds done said about me before I get up on here.
Nah, but you know what though? See me, because I'm at this point, at a point in my life, I was really, really like, I was just with the shits. Like I grew up where we like to rumble. So when you get swung on, it's like,
everybody got to rumble.
Yeah, hold on, what the? But then when you say it, it does make a lot of sense. Like, yo, that ain't my man.
Right, it wasn't my homie. I mean, I would swing. I would definitely fight for my homies. Like that's documented. You know what I mean? But that wasn't that kind of party.
Album out right now.
Hugh is the name of the album. Make sure you guys go get that. Walk Collages. That's another project that I did with my guy P.A. Dre. That's out right now as well.
Shout out to P.A. Dre too.
Yeah, he did my whole project. He did the whole project.
Wow, shout out to P.A. Dre. Yes,
you know
definitely.
What I'm saying? So shout out to him. And yeah, man, I got a lot of crazy stuff coming up. I'm in that movie 40-year-old version. I did the music for that. I'm rapping in that. You know what I'm saying? So
can I get a job?
Check me out. What kind of job you want, dog?
I don't know, because you getting checks. I ain't going to no fucking parties with you, but I'm just saying you getting checks.
I'm getting a lot of checks,
look,
bro. Like,
we not going to no parties.
No,
you know
parties,
what I'm saying?
Man.
We not going to no parties, but your check game is I respect that, the fact that you stay in the fight. You do music, you do a lot of music. You got it. So the project with Knots is coming out, or it came?
Yeah, it's coming out in April. It's coming out in April.
because you can't deny Knots. You know what I'm saying?
You can't deny Knots.
Can't deny Knots. And shout out to P.A. Dre, works very hard, work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's dope. So yo, I want to thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me, brother. Pleasure
we
was all
chopped
mine.
it up. And my platform, anytime you want to come on and talk some shit, address something, whatever the case may be, the door's open. This is our first time ever talking. See, the audience don't even know. We've never had a conversation. I did my due diligence. But what I will say about Doggie Diamonds is, he might have talked shit. Always.
But he did also promote my music. He's posted my music before.
Facts.
And that's why it's like I could never... I can't.
You can rap.
I can't. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I can't talk shit about you, right? When you post bad shit, and not big you up when you post the good shit, right? And you've done both.
You can rap.
So I just stay neutral, and I just be like, all right, when the time is ready for us,
I talk shit. It was on Twitter, right?
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
I wasn't Joe Button got me blocked. A lot of people block me on Twitter. I used to be an asshole on Twitter. I've gotten better. I've improved. I've matured a little bit. But
I don't block nobody.
Joe Button blocked me, but I used to really, really like troll him really, really bad. You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
I saw some of the stuff because
I
you was like, you said something. You was like, yo, Mickey Factz could never rap about guns. The nigga let Joe Button get punched. I saw that today. I was like,
no, it was some real shit.
I was like, I know we're gonna talk about this today.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because that was a time frame, maybe like I think that's probably like 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, that was 2009.
I used to be crazy as hell on Twitter because that was the only platform we had. Now that we got so many platforms and I be doing so much shit, I don't really be having time to study a lot of shit. I be really trying to motivate people now to be great. But I love talking about hip hop culture because my hip hop culture knowledge runs deep from East, West, South, everything, battle rap, everything. So the fact that you could rap and the fact that you put out projects and the fact that you're still in the game and you're trying to actually give information for these dudes to get some money, I respect that a lot. So it is what it is. You're not a manager, right?
No, I am not a manager
any longer.
I was only managed Born. That was it.
Okay. All right. So let me sign you out. I will holler at you later on. I appreciate you. Everybody make sure y'all follow Mickey Factz. Y'all probably are already and stuff like that. But if you're not, Mickey.Factz.
Yeah, Mickey.Factz on Instagram and Mickey Factz on Twitter.
Okay. That's what it is. I appreciate you for coming through. I'll holler at you later on. Thank you. What is that shit? That's some Illuminati shit? I just did it with my hand. Whoa. You fucking me up, man. You made me do some shit I ain't got no business doing.
This is the Illuminati channel.
Yo, I copied this dude and I just threw up some bullshit. I'm about to edit that out.
I'm following you, doing some whatever, that smack shit, whatever. Yo, I'll be with you later on. Peace.
All right, peace.
Yeah, so this is Mickey Factz. We was almost on here for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Definitely fun. What I like is that he didn't dodge no questions. He answered every question. And I respect that. I respect when people answer everything and whoever y'all want me to interview, just hit them up and say, come on the channel and I make it happen. So with that, I'm Doggie Diamonds. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. Nigga made me do some Illuminati shit. I'm not a part of any secret society, anything like that. That's bullshit. Blame Mickey Factz for that. Just like we gonna blame Mickey Factz for Joe Button getting swung on. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Joe Button. Shout out to Mickey Factz. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat room too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I ain't no Illuminati. Never. They don't want no nigga like me anyway, because I'm gonna give up all the secrets and they got to kill me, and I'm gonna pull out that 9 I got over there and let it go. But that's something different. So thank y'all. If you can, please hit the like button. Definitely share everything. And it is what it is. So I've been on a tear. We don't stop. We be back tomorrow. If everything goes right, I'm gonna tell y'all who's coming tomorrow, right? If everything goes right, I'm supposed to have DJ Evil D tomorrow. So let's see. Evil D. I'm supposed to have DJ Evil D of the world famous Beat Minus tomorrow. So I'm letting y'all know ahead of time. We not playing. You know what I'm saying? We not playing. We are, doing great things here. Thanks to y'all. The numbers are phenomenal. It is what it is. So I'll holler at y'all. Until next time, I'm out. Peace. Make sure you click subscribe, youtube.com/DoggieDiamondsTV. Until next time, peace.